What's happening with it? Y'all already know what it is. You tuned in to another episode of Everything Boxing. There you go talking that boxing again. And yeah, y'all know what to do. When you come in the building, make sure that y'all smash on that like button and jump in the comments. Let me know you're in the building. We got my man Big John Kramer in the building. What's happening with it? Bay Area bro, 925, what it do? Chef Sosa in the building. Keith Johnson in the building. What's happening with it? Yeah. Yeah, what up with it? My man Kwame East in the building. What's happening with it, Kwame? Jaime Peralta, what it do? EJJ King. Blue Blood Sports TV in the building with that 100. What's happening with it, Blue? The Queen Sheena is off in the building. Ed 562 in the building. Catman 785. James in the building. What's happening with it? Yeah. Y'all gotta excuse me for my stomach touching my back. And I might eat a little something. Man, Todd Swindle straight from that ATL. What's happening with it? Yeah, like I said, make sure that y'all hit that like button. This weekend, man, I'm gonna tell y'all. That fight between Pulev and Derek Chisora, that was an exciting ass fight. I ain't gonna lie. I wasn't really interested in it, but it turned out to be a hell of a fight, actually. It turned out to be a hell of a fight. That was a hell of a fight. We had some cool fights this weekend. You know what I'm saying? We had some really good fights this weekend. You know, quiet as kept. Kevin Wells, what's happening with it? Yeah. That Derek Chisora and Pulev fight, that was a hell of a fight. Who watched that Derek Chisora and Pulev fight on DAZN this weekend? I want to know who watched that fight. Because if you didn't watch that fight, you actually missed a hell of a fight. They went to war. Derek Chisora, he showed why his name is War. They went to war. One of the best heavyweight fights I had seen in a while. Miss Joette, salute to you, Queen. She said that she watched it. Catman 785, he said he watched it. Yeah, that was a hell of a fight. What did y'all think? Did y'all enjoy it? What did y'all think about that fight? Cono, what's happening with it? Cono Loco in the building. Yeah, what y'all think about that fight? Like I said, before it happened, I wasn't interested in the fight. You know, I wasn't even gonna watch it because it wasn't nothing I was interested in. But that was a hell of a fight. That was a hell of a fight. And yeah, Keith Johnson, yeah, he begging to get knocked out by Wilder. Yeah. Yeah, Wilder gonna put him, you know what I'm saying? Wilder gonna end his career once and for all. But he tough. He got a lot of dog in him. And you know, Derek Chisora, he dangerous. You know what I'm saying? He dangerous. But yeah, Wilder would definitely put him to sleep. That's for sure. Wilder would definitely put him to sleep. Miss Joette says that she enjoyed all the fights this weekend. Yeah. So, man, Derek Chisora, to me, he pretty much dominated that fight. You know, he started getting tired in the late rounds, but Derek Chisora dominated Pulev. I mean, his body work was on another level. You know what I'm saying? He had a great game plan. He went in with a great game plan. Go to Pulev's body, continue to attack his body with hard hooks and, you know, straight rights and jabs. Like he just attacked his body and he wore Pulev down. But I do got to give it to Pulev. Pulev was in good ass shape. because I thought, I said, man, Derek Chisora is hitting him with some hard ass body shots, and then coming over the top with that overhand right. And Pulev was man, he could take a punch. Pulev could take a hell of a punch. That's one thing I do gotta say. Because he took a lot of punishment from Derek Chisora. And Derek Chisora, during the back half of the fight, he started taking a lot of punishment. Pulev started pointing on him and hitting him with a lot of big shots. But I'm telling y'all, I didn't think at probably by like the 8th or 9th round, I said, it ain't no way both of these men is finna last to the 12th round. Somebody get knocked out. And, Derek Chisora, he got hurt a couple times. He got hurt a couple times in that fight. And one of the times, the bell saved Chisora. The bell saved him. But, man, all in all, I had Chisora basically, you got to score body work. You got to score the body attack. And I had Chisora winning probably like 9 rounds to 3. I only gave Pulev like 3 rounds in that fight. So shout out to Derek Chisora. He finally got a W on his record. Well deserved. But now he's calling out Wilder. He's calling out Deontay Wilder. And I don't have a problem with this fight. Like, if they do make, if Wilder's saying that, he probably going to come back. So if Wilder do come back, I think the best type of opponent is a Derek Chisora, right? He could do it over in the UK, make him pay him a whole lot of money, right? That's a huge fight in the UK. Pack out the arena, they could do Wembley. Shit, they could do 90,000, 100,000, right? Derek Chisora, he got a name over in the UK. That fight is sell. That fight is sell big numbers in the UK. And the reason I like that fight for Wilder is because him and Derek Chisora, they pretty much on the same type shit. They pretty much got, both of them got one foot out the sport and the other one in, right? Derek Chisora, he already talking about that. He already looking into retiring. He only got, 1 or 2 more fights left, if that. And Wilder, he pretty much on the same shit, I think with Wilder, I think the big thing with Wilder is that he don't want to go out like that, right? He don't want to go out like he did against Tyson Fury, right? But he said it. He don't even watch boxing no more. Wilder said he ain't into boxing. He don't watch it. He don't know what's going on. And he said he don't even focus on none of that. He said he focused on other things in life, like making music and investments and all that shit, right? So that means that you ain't really in the sport like that no more. I'm just keeping it 100. And Wilder's my favorite fighter. He's not really in the sport like that no more. So I don't really want to see Wilder against, Usyk or, somebody like that that's dangerous like that. I want to see Wilder. Put him in there with a Derek Chisora. That's a good fight. Like I said, both of them kind of, halfway out the sport already. And let Wilder go in there and knock out Derek Chisora, and send him home. I don't have a problem with that fight. I think that's actually a solid fight for Wilder and Chisora at this point in their career. Renee Box, Young, what's happening with it? Salute. I ain't seen you in a long time. DJ Black Charm Music, what's happening with it? What's wrong? What's up with knockout boxing? I got to hit knockout up. I didn't know knockout was sick. Hustle's Home, what's happening with it? Salute to Hustle's Home. TJ Jones, what it do? PLG Ski, what's happening with it? Johnny Q, Emmanuel Pettigrew, Joshua Hawkins. He said, am I jamming Wilder's new music? Wilder got some shit. He got some shit for sure. I like Wilder's shit. I think Wilder gonna do his thing producing. And his brother, man, I really fuck with his brother shit. Marcellus Wilder, he got some dope shit. But like I said, y'all hit that like button. Smash the like button. Blue Blood says probably gonna be Robert Helenius. Robert Helenius is he dangerous too. That's a dangerous fight. Like I said, at this point in Deontay Wilder's career, a fight like Robert Helenius is a dangerous fight just because of the fact that I don't feel that Wilder is all the way in the sport right now. You know what I'm saying? He'll never be able to get the mind frame that he had when he was, hungry. I think that he just don't want to go out like he went out, but Robert Helenius is slow, and Wilder gonna catch his ass. Wilder gonna put him to sleep, but it's still a dangerous fight because this is the heavyweight division, and all of them dudes can crack, and Robert Helenius can crack. So but I definitely got Wilder winning that fight and knocking Helenius out. He got to be on point though. He got to be on point because Helenius can fight. Helenius can fight, but that's a good stylistic matchup for Wilder at this point in his career because Helenius, he don't really got good defense like that. Like I said, he's slow, but he is powerful. He can crack. That's a good fight, and I think they were sparring partners too. So Wilder know exactly, the ins and outs and the outs and ins of what Helenius does and what he does well and what his flaws are because that was his sparring partner. So yeah, DP Rocket, what's happening with it? Macadon 1, what it do? So yeah, Wilder, man, and I mean, I'm excited to see Wilder back, but also I'm gonna be nervous. I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna be nervous. Knockout Boxing 86 said, yeah, bro, in bed with COVID, but I'm listening. Oh man, get well, man. Get well, man. Prayers out to you. Hope you get well soon. That COVID shit ain't no joke, man. I had it. I had COVID, man. I felt like shit. Drink a lot of coconut water. Have your wife go get you a lot of coconut water and drink a lot of coconut water. That shit, it helps a lot. It helps a whole lot. Renee Box Young says he wonder how Wilder would look coming back. I don't know. That's a good question because, like I said, he ain't really been focused on boxing. I don't really think that he been, he ain't been. He probably been working out, keeping himself in shape, but he haven't been sparring or training boxing. So, you never know. When your heart ain't in it no more, it ain't really too much you can do to bring that back. And I'm just keeping it 100. When your heart is not in it no more, it's not too much that you could do to bring that back. He might look the same, but I mean, you got to think it's a lot of issues surrounding that. His equilibrium in his, last fight, it wasn't on. You get hit behind that ear in that same spot, and everybody that he gets in the ring with are going to be aiming for that same spot behind the ear. Since ain't coming says Wilder should KO Frank Sanchez, then retire. That makes him better than Fury. I think he'll knock out Frank Sanchez also. Frank Sanchez ain't that good. Like, to me, I thought at first I was like, yeah, Frank Sanchez, but I started watching him more and more, and Frank Sanchez is not that impressive to me. And he get in the ring with Wilder, he gonna be scared to death because Frank Sanchez was scared to get hit by F.A. Jabba. Like, he was kind of both in that F.A. Jabba versus Frank Sanchez fight. Sanchez had the better skills, but he was scared to engage like that with F.A. Jabba. Mark Wonderlick, what's happening with it? Yeah, so y'all hit the like button. Smash the like button. Smash on that like. Renee Bachon said Frank Sanchez had a little momentum, but then killed it because he's not active lately. Well, I think the last time he fought was on the undercard of Wilder and Fury. The last Wilder and Fury. So that was what? Damn, when was that fight? That was October. Damn, that shit been a damn. It's been that long since Wilder Fury went down. It's been since October. Damn, time flies. That's almost a year. Damn, that's crazy. I just thought about that. It's been a minute. And so by the time Wilder get in the ring, he probably be out of the ring over a year again. And so he fought once in 2020, once in 21, and then so that's like once a year. Ricky Williams, Mr. Make the fucking fight. What's happening with it, Ricky? Yeah, it's been a minute, man. I just thought about that shit. Ain't fought since October. But yeah, so like I said, y'all hit the like button. Y'all hit the like button. This weekend, let's talk about some of them fights that went down this weekend, right? So you had what other fights did we have? Let me see. We had let me see which one I want. I want to talk about that. I want to talk about Frank Martin. Frank Martin, right? Frank Martin has been talked about in the same, you know what I'm saying, in the same breath with the Devin Haney's, the Ryan Garcias, the Gervonta Tank Davises, and all the top guys at 135. You know, Frank Martin is the up-and-coming dude that a lot of people felt that could beat a Gervonta Tank Davis or beat a Devin Haney or, you know, beat a Rolly or beat, you know, Ryan Garcia or whoever else you want to throw in there, a Vasil Lomachenko, right? A lot of people been real high on Frank Martin. So Frank Martin got a chance this weekend to actually show how good he really is, because one thing a lot of people been saying, yeah, they high on him, but we still need to see him fight somebody, right? We still need to see him step up and fight that step-up fight. Well, Jackson Marinez took the fight on short notice, right? Jackson Marinez took, man, you can't tell me who to mention, Jay Grant. I'm going to mention whoever I want to, but salute to Jay Grant. Salute to you. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can't just keep shitting on Ryan Garcia like he just some trash. He has a lot of flaws. He does, but he's dangerous. On any given night, you know what I'm saying? He could knock out anybody on any given night. He's dangerous. He got a lot of flaws, but he got a lot of talent as well. So we just not going to shit on him and act like he just trash. But you know, but as I was saying, a lot of people been hella high on Frank Martin. So Jackson Marinez takes the fight on short notice. I think it was like a week or two notice, if that Jackson Marinez took the Frank Martin fight. Money Brown, what's happening with it? Salute. My boy, what's happening with it? Shamar, what it do, fam? So he takes the fight on short notice. And I'm looking at this fight because Jackson Marinez, he hadn't fought in over a year. The last time we saw Jackson Marinez fight, he got knocked out by Richard Coleman. I'm talking about knocked cold, cleaned the fuck out by Richard Coleman. So I'm like, hey, ain't no way he finna be able to do nothing versus Frank Martin. That's what I'm thinking, right? I'm thinking he ain't finna be able to do nothing versus Frank Martin. So I'm watching the fight, and I'm like, damn, Jackson Marinez, he kind of getting off on Frank Martin. You know, they going back and forth. Like, damn, he kind of getting Frank Martin in a lot of these rounds, you know? And he came in on short notice. Now, we remember when Jackson Marinez outboxed Rolly Ramirez. I'm talking about boxed his fucking head off. every round. To me, he beat Rolly Ramirez. He beat Rolly about. Rolly might have won 1 or 2 rounds in that whole fight for real. Jackson Marinez boxed the shit out of Rolly. In a lot of them rounds, he was doing the same shit to Frank Martin, right? He was beating Frank. He was winning a lot of those rounds against Frank Martin. You know, the fight was very close. The fight was very close. And I was shocked because I'm like, man, this man took this fight on very short notice. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, he really took this fight on short notice. So I'm thinking that Frank Martin shouldn't be having that as much trouble as Jackson Marinez taking the fight on short notice as he was having. But you know, yeah, he was. It was a close fight. And then Jackson Marinez, I saw him doing, because it was a 10-round fight. So probably like within like by like the 7th, 8th round, he started slowing down. You could tell he started getting tired. And then Frank Martin started to get to him. Frank Martin started to walk him down, hitting him with big shots. And, you know, in the 10th round, Frank Martin came through in the clutch because the scorecards was close. So Frank Martin came through in the clutch in the 10th round. I think he dropped him first, right? In the 9th round, I think he dropped him. Jackson Marinez, you know what I'm saying? He was able to get saved by the bell, came back in the 10th. And Frank Martin finished the motherfucking job off. He came back in the 10th and Frank Martin finished the job off. And Frank Martin showed that his power carries all 10 rounds, right? He carried his power all 10 rounds. He was in tip-top condition, great shape, and he was able to close the show out in a very tough fight. A fight, those are the type of fights that you need, you know, when you at Frank Martin's level. I think he only got, what, like 12, 13 fights. So I think that's a great fight for him. He gonna learn a lot from that fight. But Smooth Groove, what's happening with it? Man, I ain't seen you in a long time. What's happening with it, Smooth Groove? OTB, what it do? J.A. Dixon, what's happening with it? Greg Williams, what it do? So like I said, Frank Martin, I think that's a good fight for him to take a lot of things from it, learn a lot of things from that fight. But I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I'm not gonna lie. That left me with a lot of questions about Frank Martin, because I asked myself, what if Jackson Marinez hadn't took the fight on short notice? What if Jackson Marinez had been in tip-top condition? Because that man wasn't in tip-top condition, and you saw how he faded during the, you know, down the stretch. What if he had been, you know, had a full training camp to train for Frank Martin? Then what would the outcome have been? I asked myself that question. Because when a man take a fight on a week's notice or some shit like that, and go in there and perform like Jackson Marinez did, and it was a close fight like that, it leaves a lot of questions. It do leave a lot of questions. So yeah, that's a question I got. What if Jackson Marinez had a full 8-week training camp and he was in tip-top condition? The fight might have, you know what I'm saying? It might have been different. It might have been a whole different outcome if Jackson Marinez was in tip-top condition, because what he showed me, he was giving Frank Martin a whole lot of problems. And he showed me that Frank Martin got a lot to work on. And now, when you talk about Frank Martin stepping in the ring with a Gervonta Davis, because he was calling out Gervonta Davis for a minute, or Devin Haney, right? Shakur Stevenson is about to move up to 135 very soon. I'm going to keep it 100 with y'all. In my opinion, Frank Martin he not on none of their level. He not beating near one of them. He really not. He not beating neither one of them. None of them. He not gonna beat a Vasil Lomachenko. And I know y'all, I know y'all hate to hear that. You know what I'm saying? I know y'all Lomachenko haters hate to hear that. He's not beating the Vasyl Lomachenko right now. He's not going to beat a Devin Haney right now. He ain't beating no Gervonta Tank Davis right now. You know what I'm talking about? And he might have some problems with Rolly if Rolly can keep his shit together. If Rolly can get with somebody that stop him from doing all that wild rushing in, Rolly can be a problem also because he could crack and he's athletic, right? He has quick reflexes. He just make big mistakes. But Frank Martin, Rolly could be a problem for him also. So Frank Martin, he started boxing very, very late in the game. He don't have an extensive, he got a okay amateur background, but he didn't start boxing until I think he might have been, late in his teens or damn near grown when Frank Martin started boxing. You feel me? So he was a football player and a wrestler before. But he was just somebody that was able to start boxing late in the game, and he learned fast. He picked up things fast. But when you get in fights like this, okay, Eric Bowden say he started at 18. But when you get in certain fights, some of these fighters that's been boxing their whole life, since they were 6 and 7 and 8, they're going to be able to expose some of those things, right, in you. But I'm glad for Frank Martin that he was able to get a fight like Jackson Marinez to go back and assess the things that he needs to work on because it could have been bad. You know what I'm talking about? If he had got in there with a Gervonta Tank Davis and Tank said, all right, this nigga calling me out, let's make it happen. That shit could have been real ugly and it could have ended real bad. So yeah, type of fights he need. But I think Frank Martin, they just got Errol Spence got to move him right. And he gonna be the goods. He gonna be the goods. But Frank Martin, right? Well, Chris Colbert hollered at Errol Spence. And he said, you got a good little fighter. I like Frank Martin. Won't you make it happen? And Errol Spence basically said, say less. So I'm going to tell y'all right now. We either going to see Frank Martin in the ring with Rolly Romero next, or maybe somebody like a Pitbull Cruz. You know what I'm saying? Because Errol Spence is looking to continue to step up Frank Martin and have Frank Martin in bigger and bigger fights. Now let's talk about Chris Colbert moving up to fight Frank Martin at 135 because Chris Colbert is a 130-pound fighter. And I think he was at 126 before that. But Chris Colbert is a 130-pound fighter. Coming off a horrible loss. Fight wasn't even close. I'm talking about he coming off a loss to where he got the dog shit beat out of him. And now coming off a loss, you're talking about moving up to 135 to 135 coming off a loss. And you calling out Frank Martin and Errol Spence is saying, yeah, we could definitely make that happen. To me, you ask me, right? Now, Chris Colbert, he's slick, but I think Frank Martin is too strong and too powerful for Chris Colbert. Chris Colbert is a finesse fighter. He like to be slick. He don't like to get touched up too much. He don't like that rough shit. And he don't have no power. So to me, if Frank Martin turned up the volume on Chris Colbert and let his hands go a little bit more, because, Frank Martin, he don't throw a lot of punches. He don't throw a lot of punches, but he is pretty accurate with the punches that he throws. But fighting the Chris Colbert, he's going to have to press Chris Colbert, stay on his ass, right? Turn up the volume on him. And shit, I think Frank Martin, he possibly could get Chris Colbert up out of there. But Chris Colbert got pretty good defense also. But I like that fight. I like the Isaac Pitbull Cruz fight for Frank Martin, because a lot of people very high on Isaac Pitbull Cruz, but Isaac Pitbull Cruz, he do a lot of shit wrong too. He got a lot of holes in his game defensively. Now, with that being said, Isaac Cruz, he was on point against Tank. He kept his defense very, very tight against Gervonta Tank Davis. But that's the only time I had seen him do that. Because if you go back at all of Isaac Cruz's other fights, he's just swinging wild, throwing wild-ass hooks, leaving his chin wide open. And I think somebody like Frank Martin, that's a good fight for Frank Martin because he could capitalize on that. It's not an easy fight. It's a tough fight. I think all of these fights are tough for Frank Martin, you know. But fights, these fights with, let's say we talking about Rolly or Isaac Pitbull Cruz or primetime Chris Colbert. Those are all winnable fights, and I think they're pretty big fights for Frank Martin at this point in time. So I would like to see Frank Martin come back with one of those big fights on the undercard of Errol Spence and Terence Crawford, because we see that Errol Spence is making boss moves. He's making boss moves. Y'all can talk all that shit you want to, but Errol Spence is making the real boss moves. You see it. You know what I'm talking about? You see it. But y'all hit the like button. Smash the like button. Smash on the like button. While we cooking, smash the like button. Now, let's talk about, before I get to the main topic, right? Let's talk about the main event. Well, no, you know what? I want to give a shout out to Brandon Figueroa, man. Brandon Figueroa, man. That kid is a beast. He's a beast. You know, moved up in weight. He moved up in weight and got a hell of a knockout by a guy that could fight, that never been knocked out before. And Brandon Figueroa, man, he did his thing. His gas tank is what it is. Like, he got pretty good, respectable power. He got a hell of a gas tank. And he just don't stop. And he's tough as hell. He's hella tough. Y'all look at Brandon Figueroa and you think that he's soft because by the way he looked, because he looks soft if you're just judging him off his looks. But the kid can fight, man. He can fight like a motherfucker. And Carlos Castro wasn't no punk. Carlos Castro can fight. Carlos Castro beat the shit out of Luis Neri. He beat the shit out of Luis Neri. But they gave Luis Neri the fight, but Carlos Castro had beat Luis Neri. So I was looking at this to be a very tough fight for Brandon Figueroa, but he went in and he did his thing. You know what I'm saying? He went in and he did his thing. He showed his power, right? At the next weight division, he showed his power. We already knew he had a hell of a gas tank. And yeah, man, he gonna be a force to be reckoned with. To me, he reminds me of Emmanuel Navarrete. He reminds me of Navarrete. And he's tall and long for the weight division. So yeah, Brandon Figueroa, man, I'm very high on B-Fig, you know, and that just shows you how good and how great Cool Boy Steph is. Because that's the only L he got on his record was against Cool Boy Steph, and that was a close-ass fight. I wouldn't mind seeing them running back. You know, if Cool Boy Steph move up in weight, I wouldn't mind seeing that rematch between Cool Boy Steph and Brandon Figueroa. But salute to Brandon Figueroa. Now, y'all hit the like button. Y'all smash the like button. Cassandra Mason, the queen in the building. What's happening with it? Yeah, Ricky Williams. We didn't hear Castro complain. Like, it was no Castro. It was a good stoppage. He was eating a lot of shots, but he wasn't complaining about it. When the referee stopped the fight, Ricky, Castro just looked at the ref and he shook his head like, yeah, he got me. Yeah, he got me. You know what I'm saying? Ain't really nothing I can do about it. I'm not going to argue with it. He got me. And it was going to happen. You know what I'm saying? Because he almost had stopped him in what? The round before that or the round before that? So Brandon Figg, he showed that he got a lot of pop in that weight division he had now. You know what I'm saying? He got a lot of pop. Seen and unseen boxing says Navarrete is a problem for a lot of guys. Yeah, besides, except for Shakur Stevenson, because he ain't want that smoke. He said, nope, I ain't going up. Nope, I'm not fighting Shakur. Some Rondo says, I became a Figueroa fan after seeing his sister. God damn. Yeah, his sister do. I think, what is she, like his nutritionist or something? Or his manager? Yeah, but so like I said, man, Brandon Figueroa is gonna be a problem. And I'm looking forward to seeing him again and looking forward to seeing just, you know, him build on his career. Chuck Supremacy said the way he fights, he gonna end up punch drunk. Now he can tighten up his defense a little bit, a lot bit. He can tighten up his defense, that's for sure. He sure can tighten up his defense. Ricky Williams say her body, all that. I remember seeing her, but it's been a minute. I gotta see her again. But yeah, you know, so that was a good fight. That was a good fight. Brandon Figueroa showed that he a force to be reckoned with. And then we had the main event, right? We had the main event with Mark Magsayo and Ray Vargas. You know what I'm talking about? With Mark Magsayo and Ray Vargas. One of the motherfuckers was a duck, and the other one, you know what I'm saying, got a gift decision versus Gary Russell. One of them ducked Gary Russell, and the other one got a gift decision versus Gary Russell. So now that they got Gary Russell out the picture, right? They had this shit planned all along. They been had this shit before Gary Russell fought Mark Magsayo. They had the plan in play already, right? Ray Vargas ducked Gary Russell, let him sit on the sideline, right? And wait for Mark Magsayo to get the belt because they knew they was going to rob Gary Russell just like they did, and then they can fight. So we can get the belt out of Gary Russell's hands, right? And whoever has that title, once we get it out of Gary Russell's hands between Mark Magsayo and Ray Vargas, we good with that. We good with either one of them. You know what I'm saying? We don't have a problem with neither one of them having the belt, but we don't want it in Gary Russell's hands no more. So we need to get out of Gary Russell's hands. He's been holding this belt for too long. You know what I'm saying? And we got to pay him all of this money, and we don't want to do it no more. So we're going to blackball him, we're going to rob him, and get him up out of here. And it's deeper than that. It's a lot of more shit that, you know, went down. But, you know, it's a lot deeper than that. And, yeah, I know a lot of shit that went down behind the scenes. Why they was trying to blackball Gary Russell. You know, Al Heyman included in it. But we'll talk about that, you know, some other time. But PLG Ski was happening with it. But yeah, so they fought, right? So Mark Magsayo and Ray Vargas fought. Ray Vargas, first of all, that motherfucker looked like a goddamn chimpanzee straight out his mama's womb. He looked like a baby chimp. That motherfucker, Ray Vargas is a special looking ass dude. Straight up. That's a special looking ass dude. But anyway, so Ray Vargas and Mark Magsayo, right? A cool fight. You know, it was a cool fight. Ray Vargas, I can't really say that he exposed Mark Magsayo because we pretty much knew that Mark Magsayo can't box. He can't box. He go in there, he throw fucking big ass shots, looking to knock you out with every fucking blow. He can't box. You feel me? Gary Russell beat his ass with one hand, right? Gary Russell beat his ass with one arm, was turning him and moving him and doing whatever he wanted to do with him with just one arm and footwork. So, yeah, so I'm not going to say that he got exposed, but, you know, Ray Vargas ain't that goddamn good himself. Now, one of them is that good. Ray Vargas don't have no defense. You know what I'm saying? He was scared to death, but he was able to box better than Mark Magsayo. He had a good game plan, stay on the outside, right? And box his head off, come on the inside, box him, get back on the outside. When he get too close, grab, tie his ass up. So he was doing a lot of things that he needed to do, right? But one thing I noticed, right, and I gotta say this shit, right? One thing I noticed is Ray Vargas started to get tired and he wore down some during the later rounds, but he was able to still move around and last because he had that fight won. Like Mark Magsayo was getting his ass beat. You feel me? Mark Magsayo ain't good. Like we said before, they wanted to try to build him as the next Manny Pacquiao protege, but he just wasn't it. So they couldn't do it. Ray Vargas is, you know, he's a volume puncher that throw a lot of punches but don't have no defense. And, you know, I mean, it's just ain't really too much I could say about name one of these fighters because ain't name one of them special. But one thing I did notice about Mark Magsayo, I said, it's the 12th round and this motherfucker still is bouncing around and got more energy than a goddamn kid with ADHD. He got more energy with a kid with ADHD that just got done drinking fucking 5 Red Bulls. I said, how is it the 12th round and this motherfucker still bouncing around, throwing shots, you know what I'm saying, as hard as fuck, dipping to the side, coming back, swinging with these wild ass shots, and he ain't even breathing hard. He not even breathing hard. So with that being said, I need whatever they got over there in the Philippines, whatever they was giving Manny Pacquiao, and whatever they gave Mark Magsayo, I need that shit. I need that shit for my workouts in the morning. I really do. For real. Because I don't give a fuck what nobody say. Can't nobody tell me that Mark Magsayo wouldn't know some shit. Well, they get drug tested. No, they don't. They don't drug test those fighters in that lower level. In those fights like that, they don't get drug tested. They get, you know, they get a piss test, you know, after the fight, whatever. But that shit already be, you know, all the effects, whatever they taking, that shit already be, you know, took effect. They don't get blood tested at all. They don't get blood tested in those fights on that level. They don't. So if y'all think that they do, you're wrong. They don't. So I'm going to say that. I'm going to say this again. I need whatever Mark Magsayo was on because it ain't no way all of them wild ass shots that he missed from the first round to the 12th round, and he was throwing the shots with all of his force. Every shot, he was putting all of his force into it, missing wildly, right? Throwing a whole lot of punches. And you mean to tell me you still ain't tired in the 12th round and you still bouncing around and dipping from side to side, moving and jumping up and down and shit? Like this motherfucker he had energy like he was on cocaine, 5 Red Bulls, and had ADHD and forgot to take his motherfucking medicine. Come on. Ain't no way. I've been watching boxing and inboxing for too long to see some shit like that and not know, oh, this motherfucker on some shit. I guarantee anybody that if they tested Mark Magsayo, they gonna find his motherfucking blood dirty. I guarantee it. Yeah, Macadon, he was Euro stepping to the side, you know what I'm saying, off to the right, coming back to the left, going back to the right, dipping with a hook. and missing and falling dead into the ropes. Yeah, and Mark Magsayo done always been on some shit. Like I said, contact Mark Magsayo if you can for me, Dundada, and find out what he on, and I need some of it. Because he on something. For real. Whatever they giving that nigga in the Philippines, for real, I want it. He got more energy than my 1.5-year-old son. And he don't never quit moving. He had too much energy for bro. Trust me. You're not gonna do all of that for 12 straight rounds and not be breathing hard and not get tired. He didn't slow down at all. But yeah, Mark Magsayo is what we thought he was. He's trash. He's trash. Get his ass up out of here. Get him the fuck up out of here. You know what I'm saying? And Ray Vargas, they put him in the ring with somebody at 126. Like shit. They put him in the ring with a Navarrete or somebody. Ray Vargas gonna get his ass beat too. Monopoly Inc. Salute. Raisy fingers. I was thinking Pitbull Cruz too, but they're in different weight classes. Mark Magsayo fight at 126. Pitbull fight at 135. But if they was in the same weight class, that would be a hell of a fight. The style fight, that they would go to war. Yep, I like that fight. Leo Santa Cruz will box the shit out of Mark Magsayo, though. Yeah. Raisy fingers was Chief Johnson, what's happening with it? He said Gary Russell licking his chops after the Magsayo fight. Oh, for sure. But Gary Russell not gonna get that chance. That's the problem. And y'all hit my like button. Y'all smash the like button. Smash on that like button. He's not gonna get that chance. You feel me? I'll be surprised if Gary Russell be able to get any fight with the PBC. I'm telling you, it's some deep shit that they have against Gary Russell. Like they don't fuck with Gary Russell. They've been the only reason Gary Russell was getting fights with the PBC at all in the first place is because he had a belt. And they had no choice but to let him fight at least once a year. They'll never let Gary Russell fight Ray Vargas for that belt. Because they know the outcome. It'll defeat the whole purpose of them setting Gary Russell up to get that belt away from him. For him just to go back and get it again, they know can't nobody beat him. They know can't nobody beat him at 135. You know what I'm saying? Dundada say, "Wow, Al Heyman do him like that." Like I said, it's a long story, but I ain't gonna get into it right now. I'll talk about it though sometime. As you know, the only reason I never really talked about it before is because my brother Batman, rest in peace. You feel me? But it needs to be put out there. It needs to be told. But, you know, I promised my brother Batman that I wouldn't talk about it before. I still might, you know, because his brothers is still, you know, fighting Gary Antoine and Gary Antonio. So I still might not even talk about it, but it's some deep shit. Jonathan Simon says logical fight would be Gary versus Fulton. Gary not gonna get none of those fights like that. Like I said, Gary gonna have to, go fuck with Eddie Hearn or it's too late in his career to fuck with Top Rank. But Eddie Hearn, he'll have to go fuck with Eddie Hearn, but I don't know if he's willing to do that. But yeah, y'all smash my like button. Y'all smash my like button. Now I'm finna drop the link. And we gonna get into this Errol Spence and Terence Crawford shit. Give me 1 second. So let me pin the link. Yeah, J.A. Dixon, I feel you. I feel you, J.A. Dixon. I thought about it after I said it, and I was like, I'll probably just, let that shit be because, like I said, his brother, he still got brothers, in the game. So y'all smash the like button. Smash on the like button. Like I said, right now, I'm gonna get into it. So everybody heard, and if you didn't hear, Errol Spence, he got on the mic and he let everybody know, yeah, it's going down 100%. It's going down.
Yo, what's good, bro?
What's happening, upper echelon? What it do?
Nothing much, man. Long time. How you been, bro?
Oh man, I can't complain, man. I can't complain.
Yeah, but nigga called it heat
A1 in
stroke
the
out
super
here.
chat. They say, my man A1 in the super chat. He say, Errol Spence and Terence Crawford. I said, hold on, let me make the flight. Hit the super chat to get my money right. If it was 89, I'll be front row at the Tyson fight. You niggas talk boxing because you don't like the fight. Chief Keef, that's that shit I don't like. A1 say salute. Nah, hell nah. Don't duck me, son. Keith Thurman voice. I'm still waiting on my ETB merch. I'm going to have to pull up what size hat you wear, bro. Man, I got to make it. Now, I had to think of something real quick off the top of the head because before y'all came in talking about, man, you need to rap something. I don't know. I had to think of something real quick off the top of the head. But I'm gonna tell y'all heard Errol Spence come out and he said, yeah, the fight happening for sure. The fight going down for sure. He said, I don't know when, I don't know where, but for sure it's happening.
So they just waiting on the venue.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, cause if Bud don't take that fight, he definitely ain't gonna get that Charlo fight. Like Charlo said, he ain't about to eat off his brother's plate.
W right side, what's happening with it? So like I said, he said he don't know when and where. So what that tell me is he already signed the contract.
That's what it sounded like to me.
He already signed the contract. So he don't have, like, you could tell in his face, right? You could tell in his face that the fight, he know that it's going down. So all of that shit that, the fight might not happen. If the fight might not happen, Errol Spence wouldn't have said what he just said.
And plus, him and Derek James talking about they in there training for Crawford now, so they already know. It's just us that don't know.
They know it's going down because the way that Derek James is.
Shit, they've been training since after the fight, after the Kubrat fight.
Hold on. Yeah, hold on. Derek James is the type of he the type of dude that if it's some discrepancies, he won't even talk about it.
Yeah, I talked to him the other day. Me and him be hitting on the Instagram. I can show receipts though. Me and him be talking all the time. But he said, don't even worry about it. He said the fight going down. He said just when and where. So
yeah, my man Zulu Nation. What's happening with it?
I
He
just
said
hope it's
Errol Spence and Terence Crawford. I said, hold on, let me book the flight. Super chat to get my money right. If it was 89, I'll be front row at the Tyson fight. You niggas talk boxing but don't like to fight. That's that shit that I don't like.
I hope it's at a stadium though. I hope it's at a stadium instead of a casino, because at a stadium, 15 bands will get you a great seat. But if it's at a casino, you might not even get in with that. Because I think they want to make it big, like have somebody like Floyd or something break the news so they can do that, do all the daggone promoting that they need to do to make it big.
Well, and salute to Zulu Nation one more time. And my man Coach in the building. What's happening with it, Coach? So check this out, right? Check this out, man. They're not gonna have it in Raider Stadium. They pretty much already said it ain't gonna be in Raider Stadium. So the fight is gonna be in T-Mobile Arena, or it's gonna be in MGM. Now, as far as the fans, right? As far as the fans, it ain't gonna make no difference. They're gonna be the same price. Now, the tickets, right? The tickets are gonna be high, but if you're able to get the ticket, see, this is the thing, right? When you say the 15 bands, those are resale tickets. So I advise everybody that want to go to the fight, if you can, because shit, we going into a recession. A lot of people ain't gonna be able to afford this shit, period. You know what I'm talking about? Like shit crazy. Gas prices, $5 and something and all that. This shit ain't it shit different now, But I advise everybody that can go to the fight, that want to go to the fight. The best thing you can do is buy the tickets on the very, very morning that they come out. Because after that, you're going to be paying them resale prices. And then resale prices, what they do is all of the ticket scalpers, they buy the tickets. And then they resell them, but they hike the price up to 3 and 4 times what the face value of the ticket is.
Now I'm talking about like in smaller venues like the casino, them prices are 5-10 times higher, even though they first drop. Because
it's gonna be in the MGM or the T-Mobile Arena. Those are not small venues, but they're not football stadiums.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So if you can only hold 30,000, it ain't gonna be no $500 seats. It's gonna be 1,000 and up.
Well, it ain't gonna be no five. I mean, it'd probably be $500 seats, but you ain't gonna be able to see the ring.
Yeah, I'm talking about you remember Floyd and Pacquiao when they fought in Vegas.
Oh yeah, it ain't gonna be no Floyd and Pacquiao type prices. That shit was just ridiculous. That shit was like I said, that shit was ridiculous. You wouldn't
over 20 bands for a damn
unless you was rich, you wouldn't. That was strictly for folks that was rich. Unless you was rich, you wasn't seeing no Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao live. Lenny, what's happening with it? The queen in the building. She says, a huge salute to my little brother for all the support. Y'all already know. And I'm about to, if y'all missed the show, if y'all missed the couple show that, on Glove Up, Boxing and More, y'all go check out that show. It was dope. It was actually very dope. And, if y'all want to see some unfiltered shit, y'all want to hear some nasty shit, unfiltered, all of that, right?
I was cutting up.
A dope ass show. Y'all need to go watch that. And I am gonna post the link in the chat. I will be posting the link in the chat to the channel so y'all can all go subscribe. Matter of fact, before I get to cooking, before I pass it off, what's happening with it, G5? What it do? I didn't even see G5 in the building. Let me post the link to their channel real quick so everybody can go sub. Cause there's some shit y'all don't need to miss.
And if y'all get a chance, y'all subscribe to me.
Yes, sir.
I need 70 more subscribers to hit 1,000.
Yeah, let's get upper echelon. Let's get upper echelon and drop your link in the chat also, upper echelon.
All right, I just dropped the 47 bruising palms of Errol Spence today. And I also dropped the 100 stinging bees into the pulling counter Cobra Strike on Frank Martin today too.
Yes, sir.
You know, I'm about to do Charlo tonight. The piston punches, the precision piston punching style of Jamil Charlo.
So,
because I said, Coach Derrick James, he ain't just a teacher, he a sensei. Like, he a scholar. Like, the way he got his fighters fighting, they got that 10,000 hours cooking right there. You know, when you get your body, you get your muscle movement and muscle trained, so you just go in there and everything's muscle memory. Like, if you look at Spence, everything he does is all in sequester. It's like in rhythm. Like, you can put a punching bag or a fighter in front of him, it's all the same motion.
That shit gonna look the exact same. You right about
that. Y'all do me a favor right now. Like I said, Upper Echelon, he dropping his link. I have Coach's link, right? Coach and the Queen. Their link is pinned in the chat. I need everybody to go click on the link that's pinned in the chat and subscribe to the channel now. Click on that link and go subscribe to the channel now. G5, man, you and Queen should have been on the show.
What happened?
The man we had, so Coach got his channel, but he had the couple show on Friday night. You and Queen shit, man, that shit was dope. You and Queen, me and my lady who was on there, Coach and his lady Kwame came through there with his wife. It was dope, man. Y'all should have, man. Y'all would have liked it.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull back up on that shit. We gonna crank up that He Hasn't Heard shit back going again, man. Okay, you know.
We were talking about everything, man.
Man, I ain't gonna lie, I just been overtime grind mode, man. So you know, yeah, you know, I'm trying to get it. OTB, Upper Echelon, what's good,
brother?
What's good, bro? What's good?
Clock, man. Then a bitch.
Man, shit, man. It's like 113 degrees out here. That shit. But man, so
it's just humid, Ohio.
So speaking about tickets, right? Cause I know like a lot of us really want to go to this fight. So like I said, it's gonna be in the T-Mobile Arena or MGM. So the ticket prices, depending on where you want to sit at, right? So say if you want to sit on the floor somewhere close, them joints probably, like I said, it's kind of hard to gauge but I think you could pretty much gauge off of the Manny Pacquiao and Errol Spence, how much those tickets were. Because they're not going to be on the Floyd Mayweather, Manny Pacquiao. That shit is, Floyd Mayweather shit. Like, they ain't going to be on that. But if you get them on the front, I'm going to tell y'all, if you want to buy the ticket, you want to save yourself a whole lot of money, if you can, purchase them on the day that they come out, that morning.
If not, boy, the boys gonna buy 1,000 at a time.
Because if you gotta go to SeatGeek, or whatever them sites is, they gonna hike them prices up 4 times what the face value is. So I'm thinking that like the floor seats probably gonna, they gonna go from, I'll probably say like 3,500. You know what I'm saying? If you get them on the first. You probably get good seats for like 3,500, and then from there, that's on the first day. Now that same ticket that you might be able to sit, somewhere nice on the floor for 3,500, if you wait to the next day to where all them ticket scalpers then bought them up and they done blacked all that shit out to where you can't buy them on the real site, then that 3,500 gonna go to 6,500, 7,500, and they're gonna continue to go up. Later in the month, they're gonna continue, and that's just how I do.
Yeah, you think this is a bigger fight than Wilder and Fury?
The Wilder Fury ticket, them shits was high.
Yeah, them shits right there was 1,500. Like we got them when they first came out, though.
No, I'm saying the second one.
Oh, okay. That's what I'm saying. You think it was? I'm talking about what you think. If you think it's bigger than the first Wilder Fury?
The Wilder Fury, I had great seats in that fight. I was like right there. But the second fight, that shit was the second Wilder Fury fight was a lot higher than the third one, because the second Wilder Fury fight, remember, the UK fans was able to travel, so they hiked the price up.
They were sold out.
Y'all, in the second tier, I'm gonna tell y'all how much the second fight with Wilder and Fury. The second tier, you know, the high rises, them shits was 4,500.
Shit.
The high rises was 4,500.
Woo.
That's the second fight with Wilder. Now the third fight was a little cheaper because the UK fans couldn't travel, so they had to bring the ticket prices down some. Yeah. Right? So with this Errol Spence and Terence Crawford, it ain't no telling. I'm just giving y'all what it might be. You know what I'm saying? It ain't no telling, but one thing I do know, if you want to be able to go to this fight, you know what I'm saying? Unless, you know, some people just got money down. They don't really, you know what I'm saying? They can spend whatever, you know? But I ain't one of them. So if you want to be able to go to this fight and get the best price, you got to buy them on the day of the fight.
I told my wife, anything over 15, I'm going to have to damn FaceTime you.
Right.
FaceTime you.
Shit, man. I'm telling you, them shit's going to be high. But like I said, 10, man,
it's over. So
the fight is happening, right?
Yeah,
Errol Spence wouldn't have said what he said if the fight was not happening. He making boss moves. You already can see he's setting up shit for Frank Martin next fight already. He really do have his own promotional company, right? You see his fighter. It ain't like a lot of these other dudes, you know, pretending like they got their own promotional company, but you ain't never seen them one of their fighters fight, right?
Floyd.
So yeah, he making boss moves.
So only two.
He making boss moves, so you know that the fight going down if he say that the fight going down, you know. But you can't convince some of these dudes that. A lot of these dudes is saying that Errol Spence is capping, right? In my comments, it was dudes that was coming through there. He hating. What's happening with it, Kwame? What's happening with it, Kwame? I got you, Kwame, in World Combat. What's happening with it? Hold on, Kwame. So a lot of these cats, right? They're telling you, Errol Spence is just capping. He's just doing that so he can stall more. So he can, you know what I'm saying? He's stalling. He knows that he don't want to get in the ring. He know that he don't want to get in the ring with Terence Crawford. The fight's not gonna happen because of him. I said, the motherfucker just came out and said that the fight is happening for sure, 100%. He just don't know when and where. Oh, he's capping. He's just trying to buy more time. He's trying to buy more time because he know he's terrified to get in the ring with Terence Crawford. So that lets you know how silly some of these motherfuckers is. Like, you can't, they still gonna, when Errol Spence is in the ring and they're announcing his name, they still gonna deny that the fight ain't happening. They still gonna say that Errol Spence is scared and the fight ain't happening. Like, I don't know what the fuck y'all need to see. What more does that man need to show y'all and tell y'all that he's going after Terence Crawford, that the fight is going down? We wouldn't even be having these discussions if it wasn't for Errol Spence, because they wouldn't be giving Terence Crawford whatever they gonna give him, right? Whatever split they giving him, if it wasn't for Errol Spence, he wouldn't be getting none of that, because Errol Spence is the one that went to Al Heyman. He went to Steven Espinoza and he told them, make the fight happen. I don't care what he asking for, just, you know, compensate him. Make it happen. I need this fight. Do that for me. But he's scared? You mean a man that's scared is going to do all of that to push for a fight? Y'all got to cut it out with this bullshit. But I'm going to let Upper Echelon cook, and then I'm going to go to OTB and then G5.
All right. I get this on my page all the time. He trying to age out Crawford, or he's scared, he ducking. This is what I don't understand. If a man sit there and tell them, I'm going to do this, that, first thing, the man's name is the truth. And not once he gave us a lie. Everything he said, he's done. Anybody he's went and got. This man is clearly the A side, and he's still telling them, give the man what he wants. He was willing to split in the negotiations when he didn't have to. And they saying that he ducking, but Crawford had a chance to come. Crawford had a chance to fight him when he first came up and didn't. He also offered him 60-40, but I'm glad that they didn't because now the fight means that much more. But the man sitting there, these people out here, I don't even think all of them Bud Crawford fans, to be honest. I think they just hate Errol Spence because most of them are Keith Thurman fans and all that other shit because you can't get some of this narrative through people's head. Like, sometimes I don't even think they think before they say some of the things that they say. They swear it up and down. His record is better. I mean, his resume is better. Earl ain't fought nobody. Earl done fought 3 or 4 future Hall of Famers. And this man called that man out. He doing everything that he can do. He's not the one to hold up the fight. He said, give that man anything he want. Give him anything. Come on now. How does that sound like a man scared of ducking? That man want that action so he can get up out that division and go to a next division. See what happened. They talking about EJ stretching this fight out. The man got in a car accident and had a detached retina. What you want the man to fight in the hospital bed? But this man trying to go ahead and clear up the daggone division so he can go up to 154 and clear up. He's trying to be a multi-divisional champion. He wants to get undisputed in more than one division and will get more than one division. Plus, he handling his business on the other side too because he know he can't fight all his life. So he get young talent like Frank the Ghost Martin. And he moving him along the way that Floyd was moved around tight. And I'm just saying he ready for the action.
Man,
that's all.
For sure. And my whole thing, right? Now, I don't give a fuck about the split. I don't care about none of that shit that happened in the past. I'm just excited that now we know that the fight is going down, right? So, whatever they got going on, the split and the money, I don't give a fuck if they pay Terence Crawford $100 million, right? I ain't getting none of the money.
You work for them.
I don't care if Errol Spence make Terence Crawford make $100 million and Errol Spence make $5 million. Whatever they negotiate, right?
You get what you negotiate. That's what I say. Like we see people arguing about how much the splits and all that money and shit, and we ain't getting a damn dime of it. I feel like this.
But let me finish.
Oh, my bad, bro. My bad. Go ahead.
Yeah, but my whole thing, like I said, now is when you still got these weird ass dudes running around here talking about, oh, Errol Spence, he just capping. Stop capping. You know you'll never step a foot in the ring with Terence Crawford. He's just stalling. He's just telling everybody that on TV to give him more time to stall because he's not gonna get in the ring with Terence Crawford. He's gonna pull out of all that shit, right? The fight ain't gonna happen because of Errol Spence. Stop being a motherfucking bitch and just say that you was wrong. I don't see how hard it is for some of these dudes to stop acting like bitches and just say, look, I was wrong. Errol Spence wasn't scared of Terence Crawford. You know, maybe I thought I didn't think he was gonna take the fight. I didn't think he was gonna push for the fight like he is. And he's not scared of Terence Crawford. You know, I apologize. I was wrong. I'm glad the fight is happening. I picked Terence Crawford to win still, right? And I'm saying that's what y'all need to say. Y'all haters that continue to say this bullshit. Just admit that you're wrong and say that you're pulling for Terence Crawford and you glad that the fight happening. Quit acting like bitches running around here. Oh man, it doesn't matter what Errol Spence said. He's capping. The fight ain't happening because of him. Just say you're wrong. And everything will be all good. OTB, man. I know you didn't see these dudes running talking about Errol Spence is capping. The fight still ain't happening because I know you are 100% Terence Crawford fan, right? You a fan. You ain't no Errol Spence hater. But go ahead, OTB.
Yeah, you know, I done seen them. I done seen both the sides. I get them on my page talking about some Terence still ducking. Even when we know this fight about to happen, both these guys have been working. We seen Bud in the gym the night of the you guys fight, and we seen Errol in this gym the day after the you guys fight. So, yeah, I mean, I'm going to blame everybody who been talking that old weird shit. Now you getting what the fuck you want. I don't want to hear that shit no more, man. We get in this fight. You understand? We know everybody done picked their sides before the fight happened. You feel me? So ain't no switching up, at the finish line. And I'm glad that we can. Now it's official. I guess that's how we could say it. Now it's official. So we know that we getting it, but we already been new. Anytime you seen both of them working like
I got you, knockout.
Straight after the fight, then I don't think they really left much room for us to really question if this fight was gonna happen.
I think and I agree, right? But I also think this shows how much pull Errol Spence got. Like, people need to really give him his motherfucking credit. They need to give Errol Spence his credit because he's showing how much pull he got, right? Because, like I said, I truly believe if it wasn't for him, we would not be having this fight. Because, let's be honest, whatever they paying Terence Crawford, whether you believe that he deserved it or not, he's getting what he negotiated, right? So, I know that they did not want to pay him whatever they paying him. They didn't want to pay him that. And he wouldn't have been getting that if it wasn't for Errol Spence letting them know, make the fucking fight happen, in the words of Ricky Williams. Make the fight happen.
Some credit too, bro, because I mean, he could have signed another dumbass deal with Top Rank, and we all knew that this fight wasn't gonna happen.
But we see that Bud had a discrepancy with Top Rank before all of this. He just waited to come out with it, after his contract was up. So you got to give Errol Spence his credit, because his fight wouldn't be happening, dog. It wouldn't. If it wasn't for Errol really, really showing people that he is the one that really, really wants this fight. Bud was able to walk away. He was willing to walk away. He was willing to walk away. He ain't want this fight as bad as Errol Spence do. That is a fact.
I don't know. I can't say that because he waited. Yeah, I mean, we've been waiting on him since the beginning. He told us, I want to get all of these straps first before we make this shit happen. Yeah, I mean, so we knew what we had to wait.
But I think it's showing now, right? That's all good when you over there on the other side of the street and he on another side of the street, and it's going to be very different. It's all good, right? When the dog is behind the fence, and when the dog is behind the fence and he's showing his motherfucking teeth and he growling at you and he jumping at the fence and you in the dog's face, but he can't jump over that fence.
That wasn't that type of situation, kid.
Dog get over that fence.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
No.
That wasn't that type of situation.
When that dog get over that fence, OTB, it's a whole different story when that dog jumped that motherfucking fence and that chain break loose. You feel me?
He put himself on the leash. He put himself on the leash saying what he was going to do first.
No, Crawford put himself on the leash, signing back with Top Rank. But that don't even really matter. We had a
Deontay Wilder and a Tyson Fury, bro.
All I'm saying now, right? All I'm saying now is that we gotta thank Errol Spence because he's showing who wanted to fight more. Because if it wasn't for Errol Spence telling them, give him 55-45 and give him whatever money. If you can't give him all of the money that he asking for, try to at least get close so we can make this motherfucking fight happen. He got pulled. Errol Spence got a lot of pull over there. But I'm gonna pass it to, because I know everybody got to talk. We got to get around the panel. My man, Coach. No, it ain't Coaches. Wait, who turn is it next? No, that's G5. My bad. That's you.
Yeah, with me, man, it's just like this. It's too many contradictions, bro. Whether you're a Bud fan or you a Crawford fan, a Spence fan, bro. You got to keep it 100, bro. Who's the only person that's been saying they kept the same energy that they want to fight? You done heard Bud say, I'm past it. The fight is past me. I don't want that fight. It's 50-50 or nothing. You know what I'm saying? 60-40 in my favor. Like, bro, you giving people, all these fans, these different ass answers, but nobody want to hold that man accountable for the actions that he's saying. They want to act like the shit imaginary. Oh, he didn't say it. Oh, Bernie said this. He didn't say it. He represented him, and Bud gave him the authorization to say what he gonna say. That's like you ride around with a bunch of murders and you in the car, they did it, but I didn't see nothing. Nigga, you right there, guilty by association. like check your team, man. I keep telling people, bro, your team is one of the most vital parts of you succeeding. And they doing that man a disservice. Y'all can like it, love it, or hate it, but they say a bunch of shit and then switch up. They say one thing when he was alive, he say another. Bud say one thing, bro. Get y'all story straight before y'all go live, bro. Now we right here. He wasn't trying to make that fight, bro. Even if he wanted to, he wasn't pushing for it. That's the difference. I'm gonna say that he might have wanted it, but he wasn't pushing for that fight, bro. Anytime you an active fighter and you talking about a fight past me and all this, and you know it's the biggest fight, bro, that sound real suspect, bro. If he easy work, go get that easy work. Tyson Fury and Wilder happened. The second fight, it was already made. Bob Arum swindled him and got him the ESPN contract. So that wasn't through Top Rank. The contract, the fight was made. He took over and the ESPN gave him that big ass contract. That's how that happened. The fight was already signed, sealed, delivered. So Bob didn't make that fight happen. He just took it from them other folks and gave him their bag and promoted the fight and put it and made it a joint promotion fight. That's how that shit happened. So let's walk that down. Don't act like we're not finna act like that. Bob, it was already set in stone. No, sir, that wasn't. The fight was set in stone, but he wasn't with Top Rank. The fight was set and he joined Top Rank. He not finna turn down 100 million. That's ludicrous. So right now, it's either shit or get off the pot, bro. 1 minute, you act like you do. They got quiet. I'm cool with it. I think, okay, if it's gonna happen, let's make this fight, bro. But asking for a crazy amount of money, bro, and 45% on the split and shit like that, bro. You a good fighter. You got accolades, bro. Boy, a hell of a fine fighter, but dog, you ask for more than what you weigh, bro. Real talk. Like, I don't even think Earl asked for no 25, 30 million, if that was speculated. Sure, y'all lucky if y'all do 10 and 12 or something and get y'all money on the back end. If you want it like that, sell big the first fight and then get your even bigger bag. If you get 10 million, I guarantee you're gonna at least get 6 or 7 on the back end. So you still gonna make your highest payday. And newsflash, bud, you on your biggest payday on 7, 8 million. If they give you 12, bro, that's bigger than your own payday before you step in the motherfucking ring, bro. Come on, dog. If you want that fight, I want undisputed. Yeah, you did all this, then you ain't worried about the strap. Then it's about the money. Then you want the belts. Then, man, make up your mind, bro. That's all I'm saying. Just be consistent, bro. I ain't saying that man just scared like that, but there's too many contradictions on his side, bro. You ain't heard EJ say, I don't want the fighter that fight past me. Come on, bro. That sound real pussyfoot, bro. Y'all can go to somebody else. I don't even speak on this shit no more. I'm retired from this shit, bro.
Especially when he can sit there and say, I'm past the fight. That don't show nobody right there. He said that when they asked him after the daggone other fight.
Everybody keep that same energy when EJ talking about some 80-20
Hold on. VO Majesty. Hey, the link is in the link is in the chat. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? Scotty, if Scotty or VO Majesty want to jump up here, this link is for either one of them. Don't nobody else touch the link. The link in the chat. You know, you said you know, this a biased ass Spence channel and all of that. Okay, I want to let you gotta let me know what I said that was biased.
Not no TV up here. Shit.
And right. And Scotty said that, hold on. I seen some shit that Scotty said I wanted to address too. Hold on. He says, without Crawford, Spence is irrelevant at welterweight. So World Combat Sports, see, this is the shit that I've been talking about, right? This is the type of shit that I've been talking about, right? Right? He says World Combat Sport. World Combat Sports. My brother Scotty says without Crawford, Spence is irrelevant at welterweight. I would like for you to click that link and explain. I want you to explain that.
Hell yeah, I want to holler about that one.
Well, they both need each other.
Let's move on to let me move to because we gotta you know what I'm saying, we gotta keep this shit rolling. Let me get to Coach.
What's that? That was next. How y'all, bro? What's going on, Coach? Ain't too much, man.
What's happening, Coach?
Hey.
No, my bad, Coach. It ain't on you.
Okay.
See, it's Kwame because you know what? On my screen, it's all mixed up. You know what I'm
Don't
saying?
worry
It's all
about it.
mixed up on my screen, but I know Kwame came in before you did.
Go ahead, let Kwame talk.
What's going on, Pam? How y'all doing?
What's happening, co-host?
What's going on, man? Man, y'all know my stance on this.
Here we go.
But y'all already know this is it's like what Keon said. I don't understand how Terence Crawford fans just can't admit like the truth and just say, okay, we was wrong. These last 4 years talking about this man was scared, and you know what? I still just picked Bud to win the fight. Like I could respect that. You know what I'm saying? But it's like people got such egos and they don't went in so deep. There's channels dedicated to Spence hate. Channels for Shudo boxing. There's channels dedicated to it, followings of it. So it's like they don't want to lose their credibility. So they'll just keep going on with the narrative and the exaggeration, for as long as they could get away with it. And that's why I just want the fight to happen at this point. Because I want to see what they're going to say after Errol Spence beat this man. After Spence beat him, then I want to hear what they're going to say. But see, when you're dealing with people like that, right, it don't matter. They'll take you to their grave because the excuses are going to start.
6-1. I want to see this shit too.
They're going to say, oh, you know what? Spence aged him out. You're going to hear Spence was he started his career at 154. He a weight bully. Terence Crawford started at 135. He would, all this stuff. I hear all the excuses coming. I know what's going to come. But at the end of the day, both of these guys are warriors. The only problem is one side, the Terence Crawford side, is really based off hate because most of these guys ain't even Terence Crawford fans. I'm not saying all. Like OTB, you're a Terence Crawford fan, but most of these guys are Errol Spence haters. When they seen a fighter coming up with a lot of buzz so quick and he was putting in the kind of work he was putting in, they needed to find a way to discredit him. And once Terence Crawford came into the weight class, they figured, okay, well, this is the only guy we figure have a chance to beat him. Then they ran over to Terence Crawford. But I'm sorry to say this. I'm not sorry to say it. I'm just going to say it. Terence Crawford has the dumbest fan base I've ever seen in any sport. I'm just sorry. It is just what it is because these guys will say anything for a narrative. They'll go to net worths. They'll go to anything. Now, I was just out here stating that someone asked me on Bushido's channel, does Terence Crawford deserve?
Man, don't even say that dude name over here.
My bad. On that channel, I was asked, do I believe Terence Crawford deserves more money? I said, listen, as him as a man negotiating, I can't say yay or nay. It's business. He get as much money as he can get. But my opinion is no. And people had a problem with it. My opinion basically is no. The reason why I said no is because EJ is already cool with what he getting. He already cool and he ready to get down and fight. Now, just like Keon said, once you could do all that barking, the dogs they be doing a lot of barking behind the fence. Then the fence open, the leash come off, and then they start acting real different. Now it's time to fight. Now there's no Bob Arum in the way. There's no additional promotional companies or another network in the way. So let's get the fight made. But my personal belief, and I said this before, if Errol Spence didn't do what he did to Ugas, he'd have signed that contract already. If he would have got the Errol Spence that he was calling out against Mikey Garcia, who he said hit him with 300 punches and ain't hurt his feelings because that was all cute, right? And against Sean Porter, when Errol Spence looked, to me personally, I feel that was his worst performance in his career. If he was getting that guy, he would have signed the contract already. You know what I'm saying? But right now he wants a big payday because he know there's a good chance that he may come out of that fight with some real damage. You know, and I thought Keon would have cooked on this already, but you know, we got Bomac out here, you know, been discredited Errol Spence for all these years, and now when he's asked a question, what he said now is, "Oh, what do you see with Errol Spence? He hasn't improved since the amateurs." I like that had to be the dumbest shit. So basically, what you're telling me was that Errol Spence was fighting at the level of a unified champion as an amateur. Basically, he hasn't made no improvements since the Olympics. He's fighting at the same level that you seen him in the Olympics. Now he has 3 belts. And anybody who has watched Errol Spence's career can look at his first couple fights and look at how he fights now and see that he has made improvements. Even the way he keeps his hands up now is an improvement. When you go back and look at his fights in his earlier career, his hands wasn't up as much. There's a lot of different wrinkles in his game that I see. But hey, you know what? We'll get to see, you know, what it is on fight night, you know, and I'll go ahead and pass that to Coach.
Well, my whole thing is all of the shit that these people talking about. All of these people started taking offense to what Errol was saying, and when Errol said facts, well, we know where this shit stem from. It don't stem from none of the channels that I associate myself with. It don't stem from none of that. It stems from motherfuckers just saying stupid shit and Errol getting wind of it. You know what I'm saying? That's what it stemmed from.
Right.
The whole thing is all of these people. I don't give a fuck what these people are saying about Errol Spence ducking or none of that shit. I could care less. I'm not gonna battle a nigga for his stupid ass opinion. I'm not gonna do it. So my whole thing is this fucking fight is getting made, and may the best man win. And afterward, then if EJ come out on top, then y'all can roast the fuck out these niggas. Y'all can talk all kind, go on a platform, burn the boxer, and fuck, do whatever y'all want to do, and talk all the shit in the fucking world to this nigga. When they come out with these narratives, and this is what EJ was talking about. You know, I know it offended other people. It even made fucking Dante Boxing Nation get into it with fucking the LDBC and all of this shit, man, over fucking one man saying facts without knowing who he's talking to, which we know who he's talking to, right? We all sitting on this panel know he's talking about people that just put out fucking shit saying Errol Spence ducking and all of this dumb shit, right? We know who he's addressing. He's not addressing none of you brothers on this panel, and he definitely ain't addressing me because I could care less who win. I just want the fucking fight, right? Now I'm leaning towards EJ, right? Because I like EJ, like I said. But shit ain't that serious, you know? I could care less what a stupid person say. Because these niggas have no credibility. None. Other than they fanboys. They not across the board neutral. None of that shit. So my whole thing is, bro, I'm not gonna sit here and worry about them. Now after the fucking fight, if EJ win, hey, if Terence win, OTB, you could talk all the shit in the world to me, partner. And guess what? You my brother. You understand?
You feel me, big dog? Talk that shit, big dog.
You understand? But OTB, nigga, what happened to you and your girlfriends the other night, nigga?
Man, it was Friday night. They wanted to step out, man.
I hear you.
I have a million all week, so I could grind. You feel me?
I
had to respect.
Man, that's
night.
all I got to say about that shit. Man, I could care less what them clowns fucking say, man. That shit is dumb and stupid,
shit,
bro.
Big bro.
Especially when a nigga don't know what's going on. None of these niggas is sitting in the boardroom. None of them. And just make up narratives. That's what Errol Spence was talking about. making up narratives and just shitting on a dude who never did none of these niggas nothing. I don't shit on Terence Crawford. I don't shit on him. Now, some of the shit he do, I'll talk about it. Especially the shit when, you know, you out there, it don't mean nothing to me. Then you big fishing and all of this shit. You know, that's the thing. I don't like niggas double talking. And I don't like to people contradicting themselves. But besides that, man, let's make this fight, bro. And I'm just going to be happy when the shit happens. That's it, bro.
Yeah, and before I pass it to knockout, and I'm saying that's another, these are facts, right? That Errol Spence, you got to give him the credit for making this motherfucking fight happen. Yeah, it take two to get in the ring, but you got to give, because if it wasn't for Errol Spence wanting this fight real bad, wanted to show everybody I'm about what I say I'm about. I told you what I was going to do, and I'm going to continue to do what I said I was going to do, right? It was him. Terence Crawford told you the fight didn't mean that much to him. But y'all still are trying to act like that Errol Spence is scared and he capping and the fight ain't happening. He just capping in front of the cameras. Nah, he's the reason that we talking about this shit. He is the reason. Yeah, VO Majesty, I hear you said that we trying to give Spence all the credit. Yeah, I'm giving him the credit why this fight is happening. Because if we go off of Terence Crawford energy, we would never be having this fight, right? I'm talking about with how he was his energy towards the fight. It didn't mean nothing. He can retire now, be in the Hall of Fame. He don't need Errol Spence, right? To asking for a whole lot of money. Errol Spence made this shit happen. Errol Spence showing everybody he got the pull to get Terence Crawford at least close to what he want. He already given him 45-55 split, because if he said, nah, you know what? I ain't going to give you that. I'm going to be fair. I'll give you 60-40. Ain't shit that nobody will be able to say. But he's bending, right? He ain't going to break, but he's bending to make this fight happen. Terence Crawford show ain't doing it. That's all I got to say.
Keon, let me say one more thing. What people have to understand is this. If Terence Crawford didn't get this fight, that would be the biggest regret in his life. Understand this. This would be the biggest regret in his life if he don't take this fight and sign the contract, because of the fact of this is going to be the biggest amount of money he ever made. This is life-changing money that you're talking about. This, even though he's already a millionaire, but this is generational wealth, right? Errol Spence made a bunch of big bags already, bro. You understand? And not only that, Errol Spence got more time in this game. He got more time to make other big fights. So, Terence, you at the end of the road, bro. So you're going to have a lot of regrets if you don't take this fight. You're going to have a lot of regrets. That's all I'm going to say.
Hella One says, 45-55, no one knows. Bro, you can't tell me what I know or what I don't know. You don't know who I talk to behind the scenes. You might not know, but don't tell me what I know or don't know. But anyway, man, let me pass it to my brother. I think it's on my brother Knockout.
Yo, what's up, fellas? How y'all doing, man?
Man, how you feeling?
Man, I'm feeling all right, bro. I got that COVID, but shit, it ain't too bad so far. So
I hope you get better, buddy.
Appreciate that, man.
Make sure you get some rest, boy.
That's all I'm doing. I'm stuck in my room, bro. I can't do nothing but listen to y'all and talk a little boxing. So shit, I might well do something I enjoy doing. You feel me?
You know what, Knockout, my bad. I missed the super chat before you get to cooking. Let me get to
go
the
ahead,
super
bro.
chat real
Go
quick.
ahead.
Sean T, salute in that super chat. They say Errol Spence and Terence Crawford. I said, hold on, let me book the flight. Super chat to get my money right. If it was 89, I'll be front row of the Tyson fight. You niggas talk boxing but don't like the fight. That's that shit that I don't like. Sean T says Errol is the reason why the fight is happening. Crawford couldn't make the fight. Crawford doesn't even have a promoter. That is a fact. Matter of fact, that's big facts. Go ahead, Knockout. Go ahead, Knockout.
Yeah, man. So the whole situation to me, man, I could go so many ways. First and foremost, man, I want to speak on the narrative that Crawford is being lowballed or something like that, man. I've been hearing that a lot, bro, and nobody knows, man. Like, and Coach spoke on this so well. Like, nobody knows what Crawford is being offered. We don't know what the PBC is offering him, and we don't know what Crawford is asking for. So anybody running around acting like he being lowballed or the PBC don't want to offer him this, offer him that, man, I think they should just all just stop that shit, because nobody knows unless you're talking to somebody behind the scenes. But for the most part, the people that are running around with these narratives that Crawford is being lowballed really don't know what they're talking about, first and foremost. And then as far as giving Spence the credit for making the fight, man, like, people don't want to admit it, bro, but Spence is the one with all the options, fam. Like, Crawford, he's a man with no land. Eddie Hearn in the zone, they already said they ain't interested in signing him. They can't do shit with him. What are you gonna do? Go back to Bob Arum in Top Rank, who he's suing? So that's not an option. The only option is for Terence Crawford is Errol Spence in the PBC right now, bro. And the PBC knows that Errol wants this fight very, very badly, bro. And if for some reason Terence don't sign on the dotted line or he don't fight Errol Spence for whatever reason, whoever people want to blame, he gonna be the one that's gonna be looking around for an opponent, because Al Heyman is not gonna let him fight another PBC fighter unless he fight Errol first, bro. They did not get Errol in this position by helping him get belt after belt, making the WBA tournament go away, all of this extra shit. They didn't do all of that shit to get to the point where they one fight away and then have Crawford not sign or not take the fight for whatever reason, only to do some other type of business with Terence Crawford. So he really backed into a corner, bro, and he got to take this fight. And for Errol, if he didn't want this fight, it wouldn't be happening, bro. They could have gave him Keith Thurman. They could have him set up to go up to 154, which they run that division too. But he's really pushing for this fight, and he really want this fight. And so I think we got to give him the credit, because when he wasn't doing it, when he was on his plan that people were kind of criticizing about him going to get these other belts first and cleaning up his side of the street, when he was doing all of that shit, people were criticizing him because they were like, nah, we want you to fight Terence Crawford right now. That's what they kept saying. All right, cool. Well, if you're going to criticize him for that, now that he is coming straight at Terence Crawford, doing everything that he can to push for this fight, I think it's only right that those same people that were criticizing him for maybe not being as proactive as they would have liked him to be should now be giving him props, because he's letting people know that this is the only fight that he wants, bro. And he's putting pressure on the PBC, in my opinion, with his latest quotes. Look, it's either now or never. If this fight don't happen now, then when it's going to happen? And I think he's right, because if they don't fight now, bro, they ain't going to fight at 154. If he can't get Terence Crawford in the ring for all the belts at welterweight, then they'll never fight. And it'll be a horrible missed opportunity for both fighters, but more so for Terence Crawford, because at the end of the day, Earl got shit to fall back on. His team is the team that's making the offer. He's the one with the network. He's the one with other options. Terence Crawford ain't really got no other options, bro. So I hope we get to see the fight, man. I'm with y'all. I believe we got to give Spence credit for trying to make this fight happen. And hopefully Terence Crawford will get in and sign, get whatever he wants so he can feel comfortable, so we can see the fight that all the fight fans want to see, bro.
Right, for sure. Big Money Brown in the building, the big stepper. What's happening with him?
What's going down? Keep my bad for jumping in now. They was calling my damn phone, so I switched to the computer. Man, listen, bro. 817. Quit talking about some goddamn Daniel Kinahan, bro. Is you niggas the police? What's going on with Dan Kinahan? What's going on with Dan Kinahan? Stop being street niggas and then worrying about what the fuck going on in the street with Daniel Kinahan. We ain't snitching on nobody, and I don't want no Daniel Kinahan to go to jail. I want that man to be free as a bird.
Facts. I don't wish jail on my worst enemy.
Yeah, I did.
That's why you don't hear me talking about that shit.
I don't wish jail on my worst enemy.
It was business. The first motherfucker.
Shit, you ain't never seen the knockout. You ain't never seen the knockout boxing video about no Daniel Kinahan. That ain't my lane.
You ain't gonna see it on Upper Echelon either. Upper Echelon did 10 to the Fed. I don't want to see no. I ain't gonna do no videos of prison. I ain't doing no jail photos. None of that shit.
Yeah, so the
Five don't know nigga. Five were about 5 bit.
Yeah, what about a man being a fugitive and all that shit? All that ain't got nothing to do with nothing. And if Bub's gonna do business with him, then he ain't gonna be the first one to do business with the man. Now, when it comes to Errol Spence, shouts out to EJ, right? I hollered at EJ. EJ said, "Don't worry about that Twitter shit, man. That shit don't stand on nothing. It ain't got no legs coming from who he fucking with, right?" But we all know for a fact that Errol Spence been telling us that this fight was gonna take place when he was ready for it to take place, when he was gonna make it the biggest fight in boxing, and that's exactly what he did. He made it the biggest fight in boxing, 2022. All the more was with him and Terence Crawford, right? He put shit in position by getting those 3 scraps. Even Bud had to admit that this is the best time for that fight to take place. So now we're in a situation closer than we ever been because all the other shit, when nobody sitting at no table, so Errol Spence wasn't ducking nothing. He couldn't have been trying to lowball him on none of that shit. But now we're in a position now that they sitting at the table, right? And when you got people like Bernie the boxer who speak for Terence Crawford, because Bud said those who speak for him, coming out talking about they trying to lowball him, and you got Steven Espinoza telling Terence Crawford has to be realistic, then we know that Bud and Bomac is at the table trying to squeeze every dollar they can get up front. And we all know that Showtime, PBC, and Al Heyman never done business like that. You know what I'm saying? That's why when people see, oh, Earl get $4 million guaranteed, or Mikey get $4 million guaranteed, or Sean Porter get this, they all look at that shit and make it look like, oh, them boys ain't getting no money.
They get that backhand love.
Yeah, we know where the real money coming from. And that's what Bud and them got to understand. And that's where it comes where you betting on yourself, right? Where you got to take a chance on yourself and bet on yourself. That meaning that you saying that I know that these motherfuckers go buy pay-per-view, so I know the money is going to be there and the numbers are going to be there. So if you can negotiate for a big ass split on the back end, you don't even understand how good of a position that your ass is in. This is how I look at the situation, fam. I really do believe that Bomac and Bud is at the table trying to squeeze every guaranteed dollar that they can fucking get, fam. You know what I'm saying? Because they looking at it, they projecting what they think the fight gonna be and how much it's gonna pull in. So they trying to get everything they can get right up front. And Steven Espinosa and them probably telling us, okay, well, if you get X amount of dollars up front, you're not getting this on the back end. You're not about to fuck us, right? Because we putting up what the projection numbers gonna be. Because we've been in this business for so long and doing what we've been doing. We're not gonna fuck ourselves, and they don't even want to break even. Like they got to get something out of the deal. So it's like we're not gonna just sit up here and break even and let you motherfuckers walk away with X amount of dollars, right? EJ get his dollars, and then we just sitting up here, we just put on a show. I don't work like that, bro. You know what I'm saying? I see people trying to blame Steven Espinoza, but we never heard no fighters get pissed off at Steven Espinoza. You understand what I'm saying? On the PBC side, or we never heard no fighters get pissed off at Al Heyman on the PBC side when it comes to pay-per-views and the back end dollar. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, fam, I just look at it as they ass need to play ball, accept what they giving them, bro, because it's the most money that Bud is going to ever make in his career, regardless of what anybody want to say. They want to tell us, well, stop pocket watching. We don't need to be worrying about this. We don't need to be worrying about that. We just want to fight. Well, if y'all just want to fight, and Errol Spence telling y'all the fight is going to take place, hands down, he guaranteed that shit, right? Then y'all need to be shutting the fuck up and say, okay, well, we got to fight. And if Money Brown and Keon want to talk about the numbers, then let us talk about the numbers and do what we do. Y'all shouldn't be trying to criticize and get pissed off at that shit. And for second, how we know that it's Errol Spence that's making the fight happen? Because Errol Spence could have been shot to 54. You know what I'm saying? Earl ain't fighting nobody else at 47. Not no Jerome Bruce Ennis, not no Keith Thurman, not none of them dudes. He ain't fighting nobody else at 47. After Bud Crawford, Errol Spence going to 54, fam. Ain't no rematches, ain't none of that shit. He let that be known. So if we know he's making it happen because he's the one standing at 47, right? Giving Bud the opportunity to make his biggest payday of his career. Other than that, EJ would have been at 54 doing this thing at 54, fam. Right? He want to become undisputed. He understand that the fight fans want him and Bud Crawford. He wants to give us that fight. He's not going nowhere until he give us that fight. You know what I mean? And he said it, okay, we're gonna see you holding up what when I get this third scrap, right? And I told y'all, once Errol Spence get that third title, once he called Terence Crawford as out at that fight, it's gonna be a different type of pressure. And that's all it is, fam. The pressure is on Terence Crawford and them ass. They really have nowhere to go. They trying to bring up Jamel Cholo name. That shit ain't holding no weight. They have nowhere to go but Errol Spence right now. That's it. That's all. That's the biggest fight of his career. That's gonna be the biggest name of his career. That's gonna be the biggest money of his career. So he ain't going nowhere. As much as he trying to play ball, talking about 54 and all that shit, right? He's going to settle for what they talking about, right? Credit to him, right? And like I said, I'm not going to pretend like this shit is new. Like everybody acting like everything happened in boxing is brand new. So I'm not going to sit up here and pretend like negotiation tactics is new. We understand what the fuck Bud and Bomac doing, right? But it's more on the Bud and the Bomac side of why things being held up than on the Errol Spence side. And I agree with Keon 120% that Errol Spence is making this fight happen. 120%, bro. 120%. Y'all can say Bud was in the water talking about this and that, all that shit. I'm gonna say this, kid, I'm gonna pass it. Bud was banking on getting that Manny Pacquiao fight, and he thought he was gonna be able to shit on Errol Spence with that Manny Pacquiao fight. I beat Pacquiao, the biggest name at the 147-pound division. Nobody can really say nothing. And they was gonna use that shit as leverage as Manny Pacquiao is bigger than anything on Errol Spence's resume. And that shit passed his ass by. He ain't get it, so he ain't had it. That's why he talking about, oh, I know Earl man right now that he couldn't get Pacquiao with the eye injury and all that shit. So now when it comes down to it, bro, this the most realistic we ever been with this Manny Pacquiao. with this Terence Crawford Errol Spence fight. Errol Spence is sitting his ass there, making this shit happen. He's been in it, but he ain't gonna break. So I feel like the fight gonna take place, and when it do take place, more information gonna come out of performance and all that shit. And it's gonna prove us to be right, and it's gonna prove you motherfuckers to be wrong. And I stand on that shit. But go ahead, Key.
Yeah. Blue Blood say, they said, oh, my team is a bunch of street niggas. What'd he say? They said, hold on. Blue, he said, my team is a bunch of hood niggas. I love y'all, man. Hey, man, like I said, man, hey, whatever Daniel Kinahan doing, Blue, that shit ain't got nothing to do with me. You feel me? When it come to shit like that, man, I stay out of it. That's just my stance.
Shout out to my boy Blue Blood Sports.
Shout out to
Blue. Yeah, that's the brother.
Right. I am a fucking
that's the brother
nigga.
right there, Blue.
Yeah, I am a street nigga. Right, I am a street nigga, man. Been in so much street shit, still in motherfucking street shit. So I'm not gonna come out here and worry about a motherfucker like Daniel Kinahan, who everybody want to praise. Like, am I lying? Motherfuckers praise the mob. Motherfuckers praise all these mob videos and all this shit. Oh yeah, love that shit to where some of that shit even came over.
They call us moolies and all type of weird shit.
Moolions and all that shit.
That's not what I'm talking about. I'm just saying,
fuck with us.
It doesn't matter, bro. But some of that shit even trickle down to the motherfucking blacks and how we run the street shit and do street shit. Regardless of what they say, we say a lot of shit back to them as well. That ain't what I'm talking about. I'm just saying, for us being in the fucking streets, we can't come out here and then see Daniel Kinahan, and because some shit happened with one of our favorite fighters that we assume, right? That we look at the things that nature that make like this shit is new now for everybody to get the crying. Oh, lock up Daniel Kinahan. Oh, he's a gangster. Oh, he's this. He's that. Like, man, Daniel Kinahan gonna do his thing. Daniel Kinahan got a lot of fucking money. If Daniel Kinahan can come into America, let him into America. Like, man, get out here with all that snitching ass shit, bro. I'm not worrying about none of that shit. And I'm praying that he beat it. I want him to beat everything that he's going through. Beat it, because motherfucker, what about the other people families? Yeah, the other people family know what the fuck they people was doing as well. So if you're in these streets,
he said the dope boys are the role models.
Yeah, you know how the street shit go in the street. So quit all that baby ass crying and shit, and want a motherfucker to go to jail and worry about Daniel Kinahan in this business, man.
Yeah, like I said, at the end of the day, I ain't none of my motherfucking business. I don't know nothing. I ain't seen nothing. Jay Cooley, salute in that super chat. He says, Bud better check his cut, man, and the hate for Errol is real. Man down, big fish, Bud cut, man. Now he gonna need him. He better have a motherfucking eye doctor in this corner. You know what I'm saying? A motherfucking specialist.
And we gonna be all right.
Blue say, stop snitching, let that man Daniel Kinahan free. Blue crazy as hell. Hey, like I said, I ain't
no snitch policy.
Like me, I'm not finna be fucking cheering and hoorahing, talking about, oh man, they need to catch Daniel Kinahan. Where's Daniel Kinahan and this and that? Hey.
That's like some of the motherfuckers, as soon as a motherfucker get locked up, or like they did Charlo, they quick to put the pictures up. Look at these jail folks. Like, come on, bro.
I ain't
motherfucker,
with
bro,
none
like
of
that.
that
It's
shit.
like they glorifying the man and shit, dog. Like, hell, I mean, I'm not saying the shit that I did was right, but you know,
I ain't no
I
street
did.
nigga no more.
I
I
mean,
am a
yeah, but
motherfucking.
what I did for my
I'm a
family.
father.
You feel me?
I ain't a street nigga no
Shout
more.
out to my brother Blue Blood too. Shouts out to Blue.
I
Right.
don't know
Yeah,
nothing about
everybody
nothing
love blue
illegal.
blood sports now.
I don't know nothing about nothing illegal.
Oh no, I'm a legal B now, but I'm just saying sometimes we had to damn do what we had to do. You feel what I'm saying?
Mhm.
But you
Facts.
can't stop the next man from doing what he got to do or talk about it either, though, bro. If it ain't your shoes, don't walk in them.
Man, and
That's
every part
all
of
I
my
say.
past is part of my story. But
Exactly.
right now, the part of this story that I want to holler at y'all about is
I went to culinary school to cook you niggas.
We
That's
waited
all I
on
did.
EJ ass. We waited on his
Bro,
ass.
we waited on. What you mean you
waited
waited on?
Y'all
Us?
ain't
You
had
had
no
the chance.
choice.
You
My
fucking
bad,
He's
came up.
supposed to
OTB.
do the
You had
most.
the chance
OTB
to
don't
get back
start.
fucking winning.
OTB don't
Let me
start that
let me
bullshit.
You went
beat
to
this
Jeff
shit,
Horn, bro.
man. Blue done got me started, man.
You don't
I'm
went
on
to
my
Jeff
street nigga
Horn.
shit,
You went to
man.
Jeff Horn. You ain't want that Earl smoke early. You
Come
went to
on, man.
Jeff
That
Horn.
shit. When we was ready,
And,
when we had the promoter,
we
y'all
gave
was
you the
pushing
60-40.
Lambos
We
and
offered you
goddamn it,
60-40. We offered
man,
you
and
60-40.
talking that
You turned that
80-20
down.
shit, but it was a joke when y'all said it.
No, it was serious.
It
You'd
was
have
a
said,
joke when
okay, we
y'all
got
said
that
it,
thing
but
popping.
we gonna hold
So
everything Bud say
OTB, we
word
going
for
there?
word.
So it's a joke when he say,
No, it wasn't no joke.
I'm just saying, man. I'm
If we
just
said
saying.
60-40, if you'd have accepted it,
But
we got
y'all
your
letting
ass.
OTB stir the pot on y'all and get
Yeah, you
y'all
know
all
how
hyped
you
up.
go.
Yeah,
That's all that
and
nigga
get people
doing.
riled up and
Blue,
shit.
Blue said that he
you
got
know
me
what
in
I'm saying?
my
It's like, look, it's
gladiator.
like
Are you
this.
not entertained? God damn it.
And see, that
Oh, the
man
fight
sitting there, he
passed me,
talking
so he was
about how he gonna want to get 25 up front plus the damn back end. Come on now, man. I
Hold on,
mean,
we
like
don't
this,
know
I
about
don't
the
count the next
25.
man pocket. I don't count the next man pocket. But come on now, dog.
I'm just
You
saying
want
we
to get
don't
the
know.
upfront
We don't
money
know
and
though.
get the back end, like nigga, who you think you is, dog?
It's
Like,
pocket
bro,
you
watching
don't
that's
know
because
that,
we
but
don't
temporary money,
know.
like he said. Now look, I
Hey,
ain't got no problem with
hold
the
on.
man getting
Hey,
10 million up front
hold
and
on
then
real quick.
doing something on the back end, but bro, you gonna have to pick your poison now.
Hold
It's
on
only
real quick.
pocket watching because we
817.
don't know, bro.
Hold on. 817. I don't even know what you said in the chat. So I don't even know whatever you and Money was talking about. I don't know what y'all was talking about because I didn't see what you said
817
in the
been
chat,
on
what
one
you put
for
in the chat. So I don't know nothing about that.
817 on one, man. Brody, you don't want to
I
do.
don't even know what he put in the chat.
I
So
don't.
you know, I couldn't even.
I
I can't
got
even
out of that
speak
shit
on
when I
that.
seen.
All I'm
Word it.
saying is 817, you're bringing up Daniel Kinahan. What are you bringing up Daniel Kinahan to prove what point, fam? What?
I
What the
mean,
man be?
in as far as that situation, you know, with Daniel Kinahan, bro. I mean, Bud ain't dealing with that dude like that. If Daniel Kinahan got some illegal shit going on, Bud don't got nothing to do with that. You feel
Man.
me? Like, and if Bud tried to do some business with him, it wasn't on that. Bud don't know what that man doing in his motherfucking spare time and shit. So that's why I ain't never talked about Bud and Daniel Kinahan because
Yeah, me either.
if Bud did have some dealings with him, well, it ain't about that. It's on some
Right,
whole other shit. You know what I'm saying? It's about boxing. So,
right.
you know, it is
I
what it
think he
is.
was just trying to use Canada
Plus,
to
you
make
start
it
saying
look.
shit like that, start making a damn
Yeah,
conspiracy.
yeah.
You know, feds, all they need is two people to make a damn conspiracy. Motherfuckers start making shit where it ain't nothing that.
I think he was just trying to use him because he didn't want to go through Al Haymon. He was trying to find another powerful entity in boxing to make the fight happen. But all that other
Man,
stuff,
I'm gonna say we don't know if he was going to
Yeah,
talk
Yeah.
to Kinahan
in
or what the situation
817.
was.
817, you my
I ain't
guy,
one
so I'm gonna
about that.
drop the link for you. I wouldn't drop the link because I'm getting ready to wrap it up soon. But you my guy, so I'm gonna drop the link so you can, I guess
Speak on that
817
shit.
got something to say. But we not finna make this into no fucking long drawn out motherfucking debate and shit because I ain't got time for that today.
And let me say this, kid. Let me say this about OTB. OTB, you talking about the 80-20. That shit, if you could look at that 80-20
He
shit
said it.
and
He
see,
said
wait a minute,
it.
let me say it, OTB. Goddamn, he said, let me say what I'm gonna say. If you can't look at that fucking 80-20 shit and see Errol Spence was joking with on his girlfriend live stream, talking to some goddamn trolls, or don't make me 80-20 man, nigga. Hold on, I 730 me. That's what I mean by Terence Crawford's side was trying, and I a fan of Bud Crawford, but the ones that go for Bud that want to try to make a case with him and Errol Spence, that's what I mean by they'll take anything and make a narrative out of it, fam. When he said it,
How? But keep the same
hold on,
energy.
ODB, bro, let me finish. when he came out and said that shit about that 80-20 shit was playing and joking, and how nigga was just snatching that shit and making the nerd about it, that just showed you how sad it was on Bud's behalf that the people that wanted to try to stand up for Terence Crawford, they was looking for anything, any fucking thing to make some shit out of to try to get it up on Errol Spence. We know damn well that man wasn't no fucking truth. I mean, wasn't no truth to when that man said 80-20. And I can go back to when he said it. I got a video up.
So you telling me that it wasn't no relevance to the fact that he had already said he across the street, I ain't fighting him anyway?
You never heard him say nothing about no 80-20, that people was running with that shit.
He already knew he wasn't fighting him. That was the point of the 80-20
They
joke.
needed anything, bro, to try to help out on
Ain't
Bud's
no
behalf.
anything.
That's how sad that shit was.
He already made it obvious he wasn't fighting him. Then he gonna give you the odds that he gotta have to fight him under, because he told us, let me take care of this shit across the street first.
Hey, money. Money. Hold on, money. OTB know motherfucking Errol Spence was playing around when he said that shit, but he just want to ride with that shit because he ain't got no other motherfucking talking points.
I'm just saying, man. We ain't gonna make a duck a goose.
Don't let that
Money Brown. Why are you playing into this nigga's fucking? Do you understand? Oh, this nigga OTB know better than that, bro. And you sitting here getting your blood pressure up and talking all fast when you know that nigga just pressing buttons, right? And nigga on the keyboard pressing buttons.
Going up.
He know, and y'all hit the like button. Y'all smash the like button. OTB know that if Errol Spence was serious about 80-20 back then, shit, now it'd be motherfucking 90-10.
95-5, then.
Right. 817. What's happening with 817?
What's happening, man? Salute to you and the guys on the panel, bro.
What up, bro?
What it do?
What up, man?
Hey, so this is what I was saying, right? So you was talking about making a fight, who really wanted to make the fight, this, that, and the third. And I just made it a point that it didn't make motherfucking sense for him to shoot across the water and to take pictures and even document that he was going to holler at a motherfucker that was a fugitive. I didn't say nothing about what the man had going on, who was chasing him, who after him, none of that shit. And Tay showed it to me. It was in print way before that he done fucked with this motherfucker, before he took pictures. And before most of us caught on that he had any kind of dealings with it. But I ain't even say nothing about that. So that wasn't what I was on, money. What I was on, again, like I was adding to everything else, like we all know. Everybody that's been here watching this, everybody that's enthusiastic about this fight, know what's transpired over the past 4-5 motherfucking years while we've been waiting for this fight. And I just said it didn't make sense after all of that top rank shit and all of that to go do that afterwards when you was free, if that's what you really wanted to do and really wanted to do business. That's the only motherfucking point I made.
Well,
look, if you can talk about Daniel Kinahan when it comes to Tyson Fury and goddamn me and the motherfucking fights and knowing that he possibly had something to do with Wild and we talk and speculate all of that shit, it's because it's got something to do with a white boy. It's cool. But because it's got something to do with Bud, I'm just saying this. I'm saying this for money. I'm saying this for money. Don't nobody. Hey, look. Hey, and if this ain't what it is, money, everybody treat it like it's a shoe that's too small. Don't even put that motherfucker on. Ain't nobody got to defend it. But my thing is this: if we can talk about it when it's Fury, we can talk about it with anybody else. You feel me? OTB, OTB, it's the same type of shit the other day when you told me Tank needs to prove himself, and I said Bud needs to prove his goddamn self. It's the same type of motherfucking shit, money, and you can't do me like that. You turned it into something else. I didn't say nothing about snitching about what that man gonna do, and you can't motherfucking overtalk me. Money, I know what your game is. I let you say what the fuck you was gonna say, and I typed in the chat. Like I said, I didn't say shit about what that man had going on in the streets. I ain't say shit about what the man was motherfucking charged with. What the fuck I said was, it didn't make sense for him to go across the water after he got free from his fucked up business to do that. It didn't make motherfucking sense. Like the other moves he made didn't make sense. It is what the fuck it is. That shit is in print. That shit is out. I didn't say no shit that didn't nobody motherfucking know. It ain't like a nigga hustling down the street and I went snitched on the motherfucking nigga. Don't paint me in no motherfucking corner.
Hey, 17. Hey, 17. You got your point across. We hear you.
Yeah, we got you, bro.
That's the thing.
It ain't even that serious.
No, it's just money, bro. You know how he'll do. He took the shit, made it a whole new narrative, and tried to paint me in the corner. That wasn't what I was on, man. And he'll try to overtalk you when you hit a nerve. Money will overtalk. Fuck that.
It ain't no hit no nerve or none of that shit.
It's all good, my nigga. I still love you, money. I just know what kind of shit you on. Go ahead, Keith. We'll be here another 45 minutes with this nigga. Don't close the show, man. Salute to all the guys, man. Rest in peace, Batman.
He trying to keep talking, right? All right, now take your ass on off. Now, this is the thing, Key. Why you trying to run this mouth? When it comes to Fury, first of all, Negro, you never heard me open my mouth up about Daniel Kinahan. You ain't your goddamn feelings. What I said was,
told us we were street niggas, then we go showing the shit, child.
Man, OCB, man, we're going to talk about this shit. Listen, when it came to him bringing up Daniel Kinahan, I say don't bring him up with this situation, right? Because everything that's going on with him, and niggas want a man to go to jail. Nobody said your little corny country ass was the one that's snitching or saying this and that. Why you in your feelings, right? At the end of the day, it is what it is, fam. Leave Daniel Kinahan out of this shit what we talking about, because we know what it's leading to and we know what you're getting to. At the end of the day, you send your ass up here bringing the man up, you trying to make a certain point with the man as well, right? So it will go to the point to where if Scotty would have got back at your ass, you would have started bringing up the shit. Oh, he should be in jail. He should. We already know the situation and the narrative going on. Why niggas bringing up Daniel Kinahan, bro? So it don't matter how good you try to wrap it up, how good you try to make it say, oh, if we talk about it with the white man, it's okay. But if we talk about it with this way, no, get your corny ass up out of here with that shit at the end of the day, fam. We talking about why the fight. I mean, who was the reason why the fight is happening? And Keith said it's Errol Spence, and we all agree that it's Errol Spence. Daniel Kinahan ain't got shit to do with nothing right now that's going on. If that's the case, Terence Crawford won't even be able to sit at the motherfucking table and negotiate the goddamn fight. If he really has some real shit going on with Daniel Kinahan, you feel me? So let Daniel Kinahan be and let him sit where the fuck he at the end of the day.
Me personally, I don't think that Daniel Kinahan and Terence Crawford got nothing to do with this fight happening or not happening. The fight gonna happen. You feel me? The fight going down. That's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? Y'all crazy as hell, man. The fight going down. We need to be tough. But my whole thing is I want to put it out there. Who should be getting credit for the fight happening? And it's Errol Spence. He the one that's been pushing for this fight. And you know, most of all us know that. Some of y'all don't want to admit it, but it's Errol Spence that should get credit.
He is making it happen.
He making this shit happen.
Jay Grant Jr., it ain't about money gotta have the last word, bro. All I did was what Keith say, you say something, and now I'm answering back to what he said, to where I even shut my ass up and let him finish what he was gonna say, because he's sitting up here thinking somebody trying, and money, you ain't gonna overtalk me, and I know what you're trying to do, and this is that, and you ain't right all the time.
Money, stop fucking making the shit worse, nigga. Stop that. Stop that shit.
Let it go, money.
He gonna drive that shit to the ground.
Kevin Lau said, Bishop Money always talking. Bishop Money.
It's over with already, but the thing was, Daniel Kinahan ain't got shit to do with Errol Spence and Terence Crawford, fam. And these are facts. Nothing to do with Errol Spence and Terence Crawford. You feel me? We on the point of making Errol Spence and Terence Crawford happening. So Daniel Kinahan name shouldn't even be brought up when we talk about this goddamn fight. Because if it's brought up, we know where niggas alluding to. Regardless of how A117 want to make it look, I ain't never been a snitch in my life, and I ain't saying this, and I ain't saying that. I swear to God, Bumpy, I had this for years looking ass. Nigga, at the end of the day, the man name should be brought up, because if you bring his name up, we know what niggas allude to. Period, bro. Period.
Bishop Brown.
Y'all niggas, man. Y'all niggas owe one. Hey, man. Hey, man. Shit, I know who I want 817 and money on my team if I ever have to pick a team to debate against some niggas. Because ain't now one of them niggas ever gonna shut the hell up. They gonna drive that shit into the ground.
And they gonna come back in the next episode talking shit.
Right. And I ain't done yet.
Yeah.
Hey. But so that's why I said, man, I knew this shit was gonna go back and forth. Shit, they still be going at it if 817 hadn't jumped off the panel.
Cause you ain't gonna overtalk me. I know what you're trying to do.
Nigga, buddy, crazy as hell. Hey, so man, we know who deserve the credit. We got Ryan Garcia coming up this week. We will be back tomorrow. I'm like I said, I'm gonna wrap it up. I'm gonna go around the panel and get everybody last words. Make sure it is a link, right? Everybody that's in the building right now, I need y'all to do me a favor. It's a pinned link in the chat. Make sure that y'all click on that and sub to the channel. Sub to Coach and the Queen's channel. Go sub to the channel. Hit the bell icon so you get the notification when he live, right? Or when he drop a video. Go do that. It shouldn't be no excuse that everybody in the building can't click on that pinned link that's in the chat and go sub to Coach's channel.
Right.
I mean, you don't, shit. You still gonna be right here. You ain't even gotta leave the chat to sub to the channel.
Man, y'all gotta come. Y'all gotta come through. Y'all gotta come through, man. We had a blast, bro. We had a good time.
Yeah, we did. Coach got so fucked up off that goddamn moonshine. Nigga damn near fell out his chair. Go watch Coach damn near fall out his chair.
Drinking White Lightning, Coach?
Huh?
You drinking White Lightning over there?
I was drinking apple pie.
Okay,
and Money Brown gonna be on there this Friday with a couple of his hoes. My bad, women. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say that, y'all.
Everybody know Money got the hoes, man.
Money gonna have a couple of his lovely young women. OTB might bring a few of his through.
Yeah, OTB talking.
I went and checked it out though. That's a beautiful thing, Coach.
That is a tag get going, man.
Yeah, man. So I'm gonna drop boxing video. I'm gonna drop one tonight. I want to talk about Frank Martin. So I'm gonna drop a video on Frank Martin tonight. And I think the little brother got a lot of potential. I just don't think he all the way there yet, but he getting there. So
So click the pin link that's in the chat. It's already pinned in the chat. So y'all, it's gonna be easy. All you gotta do is click on it, sub, and it ain't gonna take you away from this channel, right? And also go sub to Upper Echelon Boxing. We trying to get him to 1,000 subs. He almost there. What, he about like 60 something away from 1,000 subs.
I'm like 50 something away. Like 50 something away. As soon as I get 1,000, I'm gonna do that interview with Shadeja Green on there.
You know what? Yeah, man. Yeah, I asked Shadeja Green. I ain't gonna lie, man. I asked Shadeja Green, because I was Facebook friends, but I asked her. This is probably like 3 years ago. I asked her, to come on and do an interview. She was like, nope.
I mean, if you want, bro, I can introduce y'all on the
No, that's all good. She told me, hey, when my shit, when I didn't have a lot of subs, she told me no. So I remember that shit. I ain't gonna lie, I'm petty. I don't know. No, I don't want her on here. You know what I'm saying? I don't want her on here. And the thing was, it wasn't even for me. I was trying to do it to,
help her ass
out there, to get her name out there, because I had a big platform on Facebook at that time. I wasn't really doing too much on YouTube, and she was just like, no. So, hey, I respected it, but shit, I remembered it too. But anyway,
facts, kid.
But it is what it is, I'm gonna leave it at that. But yeah. So y'all go sub to Upper Echelon, get him to 1,000 subs, and then OTB. Oh, if y'all ain't sub to OTB Boxing Class 101,
something wrong with y'all.
To OTB Boxing Class, right? He putting down that great film study, that great film breakdown, and y'all already hear him up here cooking. You feel me? And then
already hear him up here starting shit.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all already know how Money Brown getting down. You know what I'm saying? He don't even need no introduction or no outro. But Money, let me get your last word before you get up out of here, Money, and let everybody know what you got going on tonight.
Shouts out to everybody that came through showing love, jumped on the panel. Shouts out to everybody that's in the chat. And y'all go subscribe to my brother A1 Hoops on as well, man. He say 620 away from 1,000. Y'all show some love, subscribe to that brother. He talk good basketball over there. And he gonna switch it up and start talking a little boxing on y'all ass. But I appreciate everybody for coming through showing love, man. Y'all go subscribe to me, Monty Brown TV. We will be going live tonight around 9 o'clock. We're gonna be talking this boxing. Like we're gonna touch on Frank Morton a little bit, like Coach said, touch on the Errol Spence and the Terence Crawford situation, and just talk a little bit more shit. What we ain't gonna do, is talk about certain people going to jail. That's what we're not gonna do.
Stop that, Money Brown. Stop the bullshit, bro. God damn.
Everybody else,
is a motherfucker,
show some
bro.
love, man. And go subscribe to Knockout Boxing as well, man.
Knockout Boxing doing it. Make sure,
Knockout.
And A1, drop your link in the chat so we can have everybody go sub to your channel. Great basketball content. A1 putting it down. Like I said, I get a lot of my information, what's going on through the free agency and everything with the NBA from A1.
Yeah. We re-signed Zion. Yeah. Our young team gonna be about it.
And he finna be hurt. He gonna do the same thing, motherfucking Anthony goddamn Davis is doing. Sit on the bench and watch everybody else.
His ass gonna stay in shape.
We got him a nutritionist now. We got him a nutritionist because that nigga
gonna be on the bench. I give him a good 20 games, just like motherfucking Anthony Davis. He gonna be on the bench watching. He might not get that many in.
You want to hope that. You gonna hope that.
Why I hope that?
I'm just saying 6'8", 280. That's a lot of weight.
I'm just telling the truth.
We gonna be.
I like the Pelicans.
Hey, Coach. This year, buddy.
Y'all got CJ McCollum. I love him.
I rock with the Pelicans heavy. I just know with Zion, he a great talent. He just can't stay healthy. He lazy.
He was eating too much, man. We got all that good ass food down here.
Yeah, I'm sure gonna find out too.
Yeah.
Y'all got ribs, goddamn.
Hey, I just finished eating, on Mondays, it's a
man, quit talking about eating. I'm hungry in the motherfucker right now.
Yeah, I just finished eating some ribs. That's why I cut the camera off. I was eating some red beans and rice and fried chicken and some motherfucking some cornbread. You understand?
I'm up here trying to eat chips and shit, man. I'm hungry as hell.
That's what I'm on.
That's why I'm early. Y'all niggas want to keep on talking. I'm trying to eat.
Them chips don't do shit when you want some grease in you, boy.
Damn, I'm hungry. Hey, Money. What time you going? Let everybody know what time you going on tonight.
8 o'clock, 8:15 Central Time, man. 8:15 Central Time.
It might be 8:45 Central, but he gonna be there.
But once again, appreciate everybody, man. The ghetto guys, I don't know what the hell you trying to say. Get your little corny ass up out of here as well, man. But shouts out to everybody, man. Y'all continue to show love to my brother Key. We'll keep bringing y'all this good news, man. And y'all stay tuned.
Yes, sir. Let me see who next, man. The order all fucked up when I'm looking at the screen. Let me see. We got a Coach.
Yeah.
Coach.
Hey, man, appreciate it, bro. Always fun to come on here, boy. Y'all niggas is funny as fuck. That's all I know. Money Brown, you something else, boy. God damn. Love your little ass. You too, 817. Love your ass too, you crazy motherfucker. But OTB, stop pressing buttons, nigga. That's all you doing. You pressing buttons, and you think I don't see it, but I see it. And them niggas entertain that bullshit. I don't entertain foolishness. So
ain't foolishness. I have a few valid points here and there, Coach.
Yeah, but it was some bullshit, and you know it. So But man, y'all come subscribe, come hang out with us, man. I'm gonna drop a video tonight about Frank Morton, and then I'm gonna pick a day this week to go live. And then on Fridays, man, at 8 o'clock, y'all come hang out with me and the Queen. Man, we had a good time for our first show last time, bro. We just kind of touched on how me and the Queen met, and how Keon and this girl and how Kwame and this girl met, and all the shit. And it was raw. It was raw and it was real.
Yeah, it was raw. Cause me and Coach, hey, we don't hold nothing back. That shit raw with us.
Yeah. It was raw and real, bro. So y'all come on through, man, and hang out with us, man. If y'all ain't got nothing to do, if y'all not in the streets with your lady, man, y'all ain't got nothing to do. Just come on, get you a drink and we could just chop it up and talk about different shit in relationships. So, you know, it's a pretty cool little thing, man. So hopefully y'all can come and hang out with us.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Yeah, single women, welcome too. So, you know, I can you know, I'm gonna hook my partner up, my little partner Money Brown up, you know. So, you know, y'all come on through.
money got a plenty of them. Oh, my bad.
Ain't lying. Money got all the hoes.
OTB.
I ain't got nothing. Coach hooked me up.
Yeah, he ain't got nothing. I'm just
Come hang out with us on Friday
got
nights,
hoes,
baby.
Man. Like, don't believe that, man. Money got hoes.
Well, you don't know. I know people everywhere, partner, St. Louis and all, Jack. Believe that. Believe that. Believe me, I know.
No, say Jay. Okay, I'm gonna tell everybody once again. Yeah, Coach got a channel. The link to Coach's channel is pinned in the chat. So look in this chat right now. The link is pinned in the chat. Click on it and subscribe. But make sure that y'all hit the bell icon. Because if you don't hit the bell icon, you'll probably never get a notification.
Hey, Money, you don't know. I had a lot of fun in your city, boy. Back in the day, son. A lot of fun in St. Louis, boy.
Hey, upper echelon. Let them know what you got going on.
All right, this upper echelon. I just got finished dropping the I got the Shaolin Teachers of Sensei Derek James dropping. I just dropped the 47 palms of Errol Spence and 100 stinking bees into the pulling counter cobra strikes of Frank Martin. So I'm gonna drop the third video to that series and drop the full movie tonight. It's gonna be Jamel Charlo last. I'm gonna drop that tonight, and then I'm gonna finish up on the Why They Hate Spence series. I already got 4 people. I got the Keith Thurman, I got Sugar Ray Leonard, Antonio Tarver, and Roy Jones. I'm gonna finish it up with Showtime Sean Porter, Tim Bradley, and Mike Tyson, and then Why They Hate Spence. And you know, I'm trying to hit 1,000 subscribers so I can go ahead and just drop my live streams and do a couple of interviews I've been waiting to do when I hit 1,000 subscribers. So I appreciate everybody that subscribe to me, and I'm gonna keep dropping y'all that heat. Just, you know, look out for me.
Sure. Yeah, and I appreciate everybody that came through, showed love, hit the super chat, everybody that commented. And y'all already know, man, another great show. Hit the like button before you get up out of here. Sub to all of my brothers' channels. Great content. Everybody doing something different. Everybody got great content to keep you entertained. And like I said, we will be back tomorrow. I appreciate everybody. And y'all already know how I do. There you go, talking that boxing again. And I'm gone. We'll be back tomorrow.
It's that nigga with the shag.
That nigga with the shag.